I can smell it. It's in the air. Red pen. Fucking green pen.
Hey, we were off schedule a little bit because I was setting shit up for the stream and then you took it, so I'm gonna need you to pack one more hit. I just want an excuse to get you ripped with me, dog. I feel like you gotta catch up to me right now.
Yeah. I will never, ever say no, brother. My goodness. You did not have to say, you had me at I love you.
Dude, I can imagine there being like a fucking pub in Australia. Like, everyone's got that, I'm gonna try to fucking outdrink like some Aussie in a pub where they're just table to table, go for go. Like, I can imagine Snoop Dogg with a smoke off against some crazy Australian pothead that just puts Snoop Dogg to sleep. I feel like everyone over there just does everything at like a crazy level. So
I'm apparently one of the biggest pot. So I just smoke pot 24/7.
Yeah.
Okay. I smoke it from 2 in the morning. I must have around 100 cones per day. Done. From 2 in the morning, I go to work. I come home. I smoke billies.
Wait, how many cones?
I smoke billies when I go running. I smoke billies before I go to training. I smoke billies after fucking training. It makes no fucking difference to me. I just function the same way. I'm the opposite of what people see on TV. I'm the opposite of smoking pot and sitting on the fucking couch and having munchies. I don't get munchies because I've been doing it since I was 17, brother. Yeah. 52 now. It's like, I think I've got green blood inside of me. I would smoke Snoop Dogg all fucking day under the table, man. All fucking day.
Pause. You smoke Snoop Dogg under the table all day?
I'm gonna fucking smoke you sniff that shit. I'll take it.
I swear to God, I need to snip that. Oh, that's funny.
I'll fucking take Snoop Dogg.
Ah, shit. All right. Well, I'm ready to rumble.
All right. I'm ready to go. Let's fucking rock this shit. UFC 3, 2, 1. Aspinall versus Gane. I love it. I even love the first fight. I love the middle fight. I love all the fights. I'm just checking your orders, guys. Oh,
dude,
it's gonna be a good day.
Grab your piece with me. Let's kick off the stream or the re-recording. Let's go.
All right, Tony, man. This is fucking UFC 321. Aspinall versus Gane. Excited to be back at Lethal Toad.
Hold on, I haven't started yet. Oh. So I'm trying to tell you, grab your fucking piece. We got a ritual to uphold.
I had that second one already.
I know, but I wasn't recording it. I said, we got to record it. Pack up already. Let's rumble. We need you to roll.
Wow. Oh, Jesus. I've got to chop up in the middle of the fucking pod now. You know that. I've got to do a fucking...
Well, there's the live stream and then there's the recording. I want the recording for the fights to be kind of quicker and not so much recap.
Well, if you wanted me to catch up, I'm well caught up.
Yeah.
You ready to go?
Yeah. Let me I'll lead, you follow. That's the thing that we're doing different this week.
Yes.
All right,
you lead.
Ooh. Does that make sense? Because then when I'm here, then I can't start the stream because I got my lighter in my hand. All right, you guys, welcome. UFC 321. This is Lethal Toad MMA. Welcome back. I got my man Lethal Hand Collectibles. I'm MMA Toad. I'll admit we're gonna make this video a little different. If you want all the banter and all the extra fun stuff, there's a full version live stream. Please check it out. be here, be square. For me, it's about 10:20, 10:30 p.m. EST. We generally fire up the stream. For my man Lethal in Australia, it's like around lunchtime. It's around noon. So come hang out. I'll open chat. We've been getting a couple people stopping in, so I just figured I'll extend the invitation to everyone out there. So anyways, yeah, welcome back. I'm excited for this week's card. Basically, in a nutshell, picks don't always represent bets. Distance was crazy last week. I'm expecting some great finishes in UFC Abu Dhabi, especially in that main event. I already got a parlay rolling with Diego Lopez and Tom Aspinall, so I'm excited for that one to cash. Big fan of Tom, as you know, big on his trading cards, etc. But before we get into this card, how you doing, Lethal? How would you wrap up last week real quick for me and break down this one?
Mate, all I'm going to say is I broke even, shitty reffing, I was too emotional, I've learned from my mistake, and I have taken a bit of that ego off me because I thought I was fucking invincible. But I'm not. I'm not invincible. So with that being said this week, team, I'm going to use my fucking brain and not my heart. I'm going to pick to make everyone coin, and I'm going to tell everyone, it is great to put everything in one basket because it's awesome. But last week, and I'm not even going to name the fighter because I respect that fighter too much, but there was a fighter on the card last week, and I put everything on that particular fighter. It didn't come through. Nothing against the fighter. It was just not in the fucking day at the office, but it's an example of putting all your eggs in one basket and being emotional. It's called emotional betting. This week, this is not emotional betting. This is like, You know what? Like I said, I haven't lost money. I made money, but I lost parlays. And I don't like losing parlays. I just don't like losing fucking flat out. It's just that plain and simple.
Especially when you know it could be something crazy. But just to do one last little chime to that, distance as usual has been crazy. We've been calling that out. Live events, live crowds bring out synergy and just all kinds of electricity in the air. We call out each weekend. We're going to get a lot of finishes, and we end up getting a lot of finishes. So this is another one. Be ready for it. Hope you're ready. It's going to be some fucking wars on this card.
Well, you lead, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's kick off the first fight on the early prelims. Make sure you guys are waking up early. The cards start off on the West Coast in like 7 a.m. By the time it gets to me, it's like 10 a.m. It's like lunchtime for Lethal. So the card is just not happening at your normal time slot. So do not miss the fucking fights because you thought it was an actual fight night. It's not. All right, so first on the card, we got Jacqueline Amorim taking on Mizuki. She's back. Fucking Mizuki. All these training cards that came out of fucking Tops 24. She apparently is a fucking fighter on the roster, so that's nice. I don't know if she's been OnlyFansing too much, or I think she got married, but very inactive. She's not a bad fighter, but man, I can see why she's the underdog this week because Jacqueline's pretty fucking good.
Fucking oath, mate. So, where are you going from there, brother? What are you doing? What are you doing with this fight?
I'm actually going to play distance on this fight. I like the idea that we're going to get a finish kicking things off. I think Jacqueline's going to take this fight to the ground. If this fight's on the feet, I don't know. I think Mizuki could have moments, but Jacqueline's going to have a lot more power. She's hungrier. She's more active. She doesn't have the butterflies, the nerves, the kind of rust to return in a fight like this. If it was somebody else on the early prelims, I'd probably be riding with Mizuki or Mizuki against a lot of these other girls, but not against Jacqueline. I think she's a problem for now.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, the submission queen sort of in this division coming up. She lost against Sam Page Hughes, you know what I mean? And I actually won money that week. I'm just going back. I'm just going back, having a look. 23. Every time Sam Page fights, I put money on it because my missus name's Sam, and I call her Sam Page, and she hates it because she's a little fucking ugly dwarf, and my missus is beautiful, and my missus finds it insulting, so I do it to piss her off. right? So I put money on her, and same page fucking's
Fucking
been coming
dwarf.
through. So I do remember that particular fight, right?
Yeah.
But look, any chick, and I would love a chick that's called Mizuki. You know, that pretty fucking cool name, man. Like we come from fucking
Dude, I got
goddamn
her. I got her fucking Top's
Japan.
finest rookie out of 25 auto. I thought it was dope. I'm like, yeah, I hope she starts knocking some bitches out. The issue is she doesn't seem to care about her fight career the best. So I don't
I
know.
tell you what, that auto. Here we go. I'm going Jacqueline, and I'm actually going to take Jacqueline by sub. She's paying $2.45 in Australia, so that's not too bad for a sub. $1.47 for sub or decision, and it's $1.80 just for the decision. So, with that being said, look, if you want to sprinkle something on a TK just to see if your card can increase in value, you know what I mean?
The
You
bet
see,
for me
your
is going
card
to be
goes up in value.
distance no on this fight,
Yeah.
or maybe instead of distance no, sometimes I'll do round over 1.5 because it's typically a second, third round finish. So I'm really sweating like the first early part of round 2 sometimes, but. Yeah, not against Mizuki. I'm gonna just respect that. I'm gonna say fight no. Give myself all 15 minutes. It could be some wear and tear where Jacqueline just has way more, strength left late in the fight. She's been the offensive grappler, and Mizuki's just had enough and gets choked out. So if it doesn't happen early, that's how I see it happening. But I'd imagine it'd be the first 2 rounds, maybe. All right.
Yeah, that was an easy fight. That was an easy fight to pick, I reckon.
Yep. Moving up the card, we got Azat, Maxim taking on Mitch Rapasso. Yeah, I'm gonna go Azat. Each of these guys, if they lose this next one, they're streaking 3. That's always a hard bounce back. In some cases, you don't even get another chance. I like Azat in this fight, just better UFC experience. And I'm not impressed with Mitch's cardio. When I was watching a little bit of tape on him, he just wasn't someone who really was gaining synergy or looking better as this fight progressed. And Azat's actually a problem early, especially. So if Mitch say he survives the first round, if he's getting beat on, he's not going to pick up wind and look any better. So I'm thinking he's looking for that really upset shot. Azat's totally susceptible to it, but I think he's too smart. The pressure, take the fight down to the ground and probably get it done there. Ground and pounder submission. But yeah, I'm going to go Azat in this fight. Who do you got for me?
I had Azat straight off the bat. Not that I was really interested in this fight, to be quite honest, man. This is one of those, the ones that you skip through. This is where I go for my piss and go and get beers. Gives me time to fucking catch up on some shit. I get 15 minutes because I think it's going to go 15 minutes. That's why I said I got 15 minutes during this fight. I'm taking Azat just to fill in my parlay, the legend parlay. I'm not parlaying this fight with anything except the legend parlay, and you know what I'm talking about, Toad. You got to pick every fucking single fight on the card from the beginning to the end. So for the legend parlay, I'm going Azat. The props are Mitch Rapasso is $4. Look, either way, you can make money on him. Again, this is not the fight I'm looking to make money on. This is not the fight I'm going to invest money in. It's only for the legend parlay, so me and Toad can fucking give each other shit to see who got fucking closest, man. It's more of a personal thing. There's no money in the legend parlay. It's a personal thing that me and Toad have that, and hopefully you guys get it. Sometimes you don't need money, man. What you do need to be a legend without $1 and without getting $1. Fucking post your entire picks or send us your posts to be a legend, because as we know, Toad, only one dude's ever done the legend parlay since we've been doing this together. One dude's won the cards and done the shit, and he's picked every single fight, MMM puppy, Mez pup. So it's called the legend parlay for a fucking reason, and it doesn't involve one fucking dollar. It just involves you're a legend if you can pick every, and it doesn't have to be by finish. Just pick the fucking fights.
I've missed by one fight 5 times in my time of doing this, and all but one of them had money on it. Because I would just do like the smallest sprinkle more for like I want the slip,
like,
I want the bragging rights and proof that I said it right. But now kind of the graphic does that for me too. So this last time around I didn't do it, but I was betting obviously individually and had plenty good parlays that were successful. So anyways, man, I'm gonna move up on this fight, but yeah, I don't think Mitch looks really all that great. If it gets into round 3, that's where I could see Azat, much like the women, maybe sweating a submission or a finish late in the fight, second, third round finish, especially smaller guys. Just again, Azat's a problem early, and that's fun in the flyweight division.
Yeah.
That's my fucking Toad battle cry before I announce these next 2 fucking chodes. Chris Barnett and fucking Hamdi.
It's a good call up, right?
Yeah, all day. Yeah, so this is a pretty interesting fight, honestly. Like, Chris, we all know him famously for jumping up and down and breaking him fucking self, like ruining his fight career. He like buckled his fucking knee, and now it was called don't do the Chris Barnett or the Brian Ortega, as we call that too. I think Ortega did it first, but yeah, man, Barnett really fucked himself, and oof, terrible. Anyways, Hamdi looking to show up in His Majesty's backyard. He's an Egyptian fighter, the pretty rare fighter on the roster. And you know, Chris, it's hard to really even talk about from a pick standpoint and how he'll show up, because we really just don't know. All I know is that you better not get hit too much from Hamdi, and Hamdi will bring awkward footing and positioning and pressure up against the edge of the octagon. So a little bit of that grappling and things. And man, can I see Chris having problems with that leg again? I could see Hamdi chewing that leg up, working at that knees to the body. It's kind of working. If they're at range, either guy can hit each other and put each other out. I'm worried Chris is going to lose his speed. And he only was doing what he was doing at the level he was doing it because of his kick speed. It was really the unique thing about Chris Barnett in the heavyweight division. And so we were enjoying Beastie Boy for a minute, you know, his fucking spinning heel kicks and shit. They were flush. They were great. But I don't know if we're getting that back, and Hamdi's not going to dance around with him. He's going to cross the void and start throwing some fucking bombs. So I got to go Hamdi in this. Even if he doesn't get the finish and we get a blob fest, which happens, neither fighter has energy to throw a punch or kick, so they hug each other and lay on each other for 15 minutes like 2 fucking turtles fucking. Then you got to go with His Majesty, but I don't know. Distance, no, is a given here. If the prop's good enough, I might say fight by first 2 rounds, but I'll probably have to respect the late finish too, so fight all 15 minutes, no here. So, what do you got for me, Lethal?
Oh, dude, the only reason I wanted to see this fight is I want to see this guy, Barnett, get the fuck out of the UFC, all right? Jesus Christ. Just fuck off.
Here's this witch hunt this week.
I'm done. I'm fucking... And I'm not being rude. You know, I can be rude, dude, but this time I'm not. I'm just like, I'm laughing at him.
Too late.
I'm wondering if he's even fucking... I'm wondering why he's there. I think I'm watching his walkout more than the fight, right? I just don't see...
I don't like it when fat fucking people or people with cardio issues have so much fun and they're so energetic, like Michelle Pereira. Just these fuckers that are like, they just don't... If I was that coach, I'd be like, you don't even get music on your walkout, you dumb fuck. Go walk right over that octagon and get in there and fight. You will gas yourself off before Bruce even calls your name, you stupid fuck.
This was my comedian fight of the night. This was the other fight that I don't have to go for a piss break, but I'm just going to watch it in the corner while I'm cooking lunch, because it's not a real fight for me if it's Chris Barnett's involved. I don't even know what he's doing there. So I'm taking Hamdi by fucking TKO. Look, it's a $6.25 to 1 if you wanted to sprinkle on Chris Barnett for a TKO.
Okay.
And it's $11 for a submission if you want to right? But again, like I said,
I
this
mean,
week I'm not
submission
playing
would be
shit.
if Chris lays on top of Hamdi, maybe that could happen.
So for this fight, again, team, all watching us. Oh, by the way, I wasn't being rude, Toad, because we had our little session before. I had to go and fucking restock. So
Oh, yeah.
I fucking ran out the door. Yeah. So for this fight, look, sorry, Chris Barnett. I love to be the long shot king. But again, I'm not putting this fight on too many parlays. I have to sprinkle something on Chris Barnett. I have to.
I'm going to at that prop.
You
It's kind of a coin flip knockout fight where I'm not super in love with Hamdi, but I'm that much less impressed with Chris and worried about that post injury.
Yeah.
So it's like, if
$10
one was to
on it.
upset, plus 600 Chris, I think's fair. And then you'd probably play Hamdi in some parlays and just bet that single straight up with Chris. And you're either rolling one extra leg or happy that you just cashed out early and enjoy the fights that much more. So that's how I'm going to bet that as well, probably.
Yeah, all day. But that's that fight for me, man.
Yep. Yeah, I think Chris is going to go to do something with some kick, put his head back, throw his body to the side, and Hamdi's going to just step through and piece him. Just fucking or like potentially it is more of a clinch exchange and Hamdi's just work to the body with some knees and pressure and something off like a breakaway shot. But Hamdi's going to be faster. Hamdi's going to be more dangerous with the boxing. Chris has to be a kickboxer or he's going to lose in the boxing fight, I think here. Maybe because he was injured and he had clearance to take shit, maybe he got a bunch of sensu beans. Because he's a big fucking Dragon Ball Z weeb, if you can't tell. He's like the black kid at the lunch table that played Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, he's a gangster, and he's a nerd, and he's cool, but, you know what I mean? He's kind of a nerd. And so, maybe he got some fucking sensu beans, and is going to come back and just fuck him up.
That's what he would need.
Dude, if I was Chris's team, I would make him dye his hair like D Bronx and just say that Chris is going Super Saiyan this time, you guys. Like, all right, moving up the card, get Jose Delgado taking on Nathaniel Wood. Sorry, I was getting the graphic pulled up there. Nathaniel Wood, another one of these fighters that's been kind of like hit and miss when he's been showing up. He's not super impressive, although recent he absolutely. I was surprised he won the fight against Morgan. I had him dead to rights in that fight. So he actually does come off a really good win. But because he's, not super impressive, you got to imagine Delgado's going to be that guy that's actually a bit more dangerous and could potentially just hurt him in this fight. And you don't see Nathaniel Wood hurt a lot, right? So... like he gets hurt, but he's got good recovery, and he comes back and he stays alive in some of these fights, even when he's losing. So I think Delgado's got it. I think he's gonna hurt him. So hurt him, choke him, submit him, but Nathaniel Wood's gonna get finished. So that's my prediction here.
Yeah, look, Nathaniel Wood has lost me money. Let me put it that way. He was there, and then he wasn't, and then he's sort of there, and he turns up like Kevin Holland. He has a good day and a bad day. His fights are very defensive and aggressive at the same time, so they balance each other out, hence why he gets so many decisions, because he doesn't decide one or the other, actually. You know what I mean? Like, he's for me, I find him a very confusing, not fighter to watch, just a very confusing punter to pick against someone who just TKOs the fuck out of everyone. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think Nathaniel Wood is part of the old school ream. Sorry to say that. You've had your time. You've been there long enough to show. You are on a 4-fight win streak, though. All by decision, by the way. Every single one by decision.
Do you know what's crazy? I could see Nathaniel Wood dropping down to like PFL and being all right there, you know what I mean? Like winning some money maybe, chasing down there, but it just seems like at this level there's just not a fucking shot, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Featherweight has some actual killers, and he's not part of the list, and he gets hurt. So I don't know. I'm not super high on Nathaniel Wood if you guys can't tell, but like Lethal said, it's like he's edging out wins that I think he's been getting lucky, and this is it for him. So
Yeah.
if he wins this one,
And he's
holy
fighting-
shit, it's like congrats to you, and you've earned a lot more respect from me. But I don't think he's gonna win this fight at least.
So I'm going to sit back and go like, the only parlay I've got Nathaniel Wood in is my legend parlay. All right? Because I think he might edge out this fight. And I'm only thinking about the legend parlay. This is not about money. I'm just thinking about the bragging rights parlay.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, and his odds, and this is also numbers too, right? It's $2.27 to $1.64. So the bookies haven't ridden Nathaniel off here.
Yeah.
They haven't.
He isn't
given him-
like dead to rights to the bookies. I personally think he's been given a better perception than what he is because he's been edging out wins against guys that just looked awful and not like themselves the night of. And even then, he's had moments where he was hurt and has to come back and recover. So that's why I think Delgado's too consistently good in every area. He's good on the ground. He's good on the feet. And that's why, I've just gone back on the last few fights of his, and I'm convinced he gets a finish here.
Well, on a betting perspective, TKO for not Nathaniel, $3.60 for Jose for a TKO. So that's not a bad.
What's his
betting
submission prop?
perspective. His submission prop, my friend.
He's going to grow.
If it's going to the ground, he's going to get $6.
Yeah. It might be
That's
worth,
the
and then fight by finish is probably what, like 2 something?
Fight by finish for him, $2.35, correct.
Yeah. I would do that instead of the knockout, but yeah. The submission's good enough. I'll probably sprinkle on that some.
Nathaniel Wood by points. If we want to think he's going to edge it out by points, right? It's $3.60.
No,
Knockout.
I'd rather take a money line because he's already a dog.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's a dog already, brother.
Yeah,
He's
I wouldn't do
already.
decisions as a dog. I want to see like 500. You're the underdog and you fucking survived, like, and didn't get a finish. That's like pulling a double whammy. So I want more than 3. All right, edging out the early prelim, wrapping things up. Another big boy fight. We got Walter Walker taking on Louis Sutherland because Mohammed fucking Usman, to no surprise, is on some shit, and it's not his brother's mushroom powder. So, all right, what do you got for me in this one, Lethal? And I'll give you my heel hook submission prediction afterwards. How's that sound?
So let me say this to everyone. Before the Usman fight, if anyone watches that fucking pod that we did on the Usman fight, once a week for some reason, I don't plan it, but someone niggles me, right? And that week, I fucking destroyed Usman. Absolutely fucking destroyed him. What fucking happened? Usman fucking gets done for roids. Jesus Christ, man. Mystic Mats over here. Fucking all day. What a wanker. Anyway, let's get back to this fight. Walter Walker, heel hook fucking king, on a roll, outshining his brother, who was meant to be the boy in the UFC. Now he's the boy in the UFC. I wonder whether the two bros are fucking having a fucking bit of a problem. Just kidding. You know,
Walker's still, OG. It's just, Walter's the shiny new toy for people who really don't know a lot about MMA, especially. It's like, or people that do and just go, hey, look how dominant this guy is at this very one thing. I still worry about him on the feet, but man, when he came in to where he is now, the work he put in at the PI, big difference.
So they give him in a striker, right? They give him in a striker in Louis Sutherland, debutant, right? record. So I had to do a little bit of research. 80% of wins by TKO. Looks like a fucking monster. Absolute monster. And he's 10-3 MMA record. Or you're going to go with the boy that everyone knows.
What's Louis' knockout prop?
Louis' knockout.
I gotta go Walter submission, but I'm curious because he's obviously the dog, and if he pulled the upset, he'd have to get a lucky shot. So, but I'm always not impressed with Walter's setups. Like his roll is really good, but sometimes when he comes across the void, he's susceptible to that first shot. And at this weight class, these dudes could really hit you with that one to put you out.
So Walker TKO $5.60.
Oh,
points $4.30. Submission $2.25.
Yeah, I'd play submission and knockout for sure for him.
Yeah. The double chance, which is submission or knockout, is $1.68 for Walker.
So for Walker, I'd bet two separate: one submission, one knockout. The knockout would be the sprinkle, just straight up sprinkle on that. The submission, probably parlay that in a cycle. I want to know Louis' knockout prop to pull the upset shot.
$6.75.
And that's worth a sprinkle too to offset all your bets on Walker. Yeah. The distance can't be good, but I want to bet it and probably parlay that as well. Distance probably going to be like neg 4,300 here.
No, $1.33. Yes, $3.13.
Yeah, this fight's not going to the judges.
No, it's not going to distance, dude.
Nope.
And I don't see. Do you know what? I'm going to say this. It takes a longer time to set up a heel hook than it takes to walk someone down and throw a great 3 fucking punch combination. Okay? I'm just going to throw that up there. Walker's on this 3-fight win streak. This guy's a new bloke on the block. There's not much on him. You know what I mean? So it's a striker versus grappler. I guess that's what the matchmakers have set up. And
you just have to admit that if Louis won this fight at all, it's because he got lucky with a big, powerful shot. He's not getting it done any other way.
No, that's right.
If he hurts Walker and goes to grapple, guess what? Walker's so good with his grappling, Louis just walked into a fucking death trap, a cobweb. Walker's going to spin him up.
Walker has one job to do, basically. Get Louis on the ground.
Yes.
And then finish him. He has one job. That's it. He doesn't have to
you could admit Walker could get a TKO mounted, dropping elbows. I know he goes for his fucking, his heel hooks, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't want to let his hands go and bust someone up and let him bleed some and fuck him up. Like, you go back in his Russian career, he didn't just dive straight at people's ankles. He actually beat them up on the feet some, and he knows it's smarter to be a pure grappler and avoid the striking because these guys will put him out. So I'm not saying Walker's going to be live on the feet hunting for knockouts. If he does, it could be his downfall. We need Walker, just like Lethal said, get this fight to the ground. And once this fight's on the ground, I'd have a 99% chance feeling that Walter's going to get the win all day.
All day.
All right.
All day. So Walker, submission, obviously they're the props. Everyone's going them props. I like the TKO there, Toad. I also like the TKO when he was fighting Usman. I think I mentioned on the last pod when that fight got cancelled. I said, don't be surprised for a TKO from Walker.
Yeah.
That's not a bad prop. His submission props, it's a 2.25 back. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not too bad.
Also, guys, let's imagine this. I'm just going to be Mystic Toad real quick. Imagine it's like late round 1. Walter's been fucking Louis up. Maybe Louis had a couple moments back and forth. We got some blood. And all of a sudden, we finally get to the ground or a scramble or, a trip or takedown. And Walter cinches up that ankle, that heel hook. And guess what? This dude's about to break his shit. But just in time, the fight actually went a whole 5 minutes. So not 4 minutes and 55 seconds, but an actual 5 minutes. Louis sits back on that stool, and there's a problem. His ankle's broken. Guess what? Bolter wins by knockout TKO because the fight cannot continue. That's not a submission. A submission has to be a complete tappage. So, for instance, when Tatsuro Taira fought was it Silva? He fought somebody where everyone had Tatsuro by submission. His knockout TKO prop was plus 1300, and I'm like, dude, it could be a technicality thing. Like, someone's ankle or leg could get busted. Like, Tatsuro can really do a lot of damage when he's torquing and twisting these ankles up. So, at a heavyweight level, at this power, motherfuckers could break ankles all day, or fucking something up in a knee and arm, really bad triangle. So, don't fade elbows. One elbow at this weight class will do the job when done 12-6 all fucking day. So you got plus 500 for the guy who's expected to win this fight and has proven himself against far better guys to get that done in that exact matter. Like, it's worth the sprinkle. All right, let's move up the card. Leaving the early prelims. Next fight we got. Let me pull up this graphic here. I fucking hate that.
This is the shit. I think, hopefully, this is my prediction. If you could bet on this. This is the one, dude.
We got Abdul Abkreen taking on Marthius Camille.
Oh, no, this isn't the one. This is the number 12 fight.
No.
Fuck, it's the next one.
I was just wanted the graphic pulled up because I can't fucking read it without the dark mode extension.
No, you're right. You're right, because I actually, look, I crossed that fight off on my book as, like, I'm only putting a fucking thing on for the pod. I don't even care about this. Is the other.
Give me your breakdown on Sawadi and Matthias. Who do you got in this fight?
Look, after just doing the research, okay, quickly as fuck, decision. Sawadi on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He won 6 in a row, lost 1. Ground strike juicy against Lokik Ragnabov. And then what happened here? He lost this fight in the UFC on the March the 2nd, 24. And then his next fight was at the ADXC4. What the fuck's that?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I had Gabe Green in that fight.
Did the UFC after that fight? Did he? What I'm saying is, did he get kicked out after that fight?
I'm not sure.
Oh, no, sorry. It's a grappling tournament.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I wasn't sure what you're talking about. He went from contender into UFC and lost to Loic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had Gabe Green on the fight against Jaguar. I remember being really happy with the money that I had on that submission.
So he's a grappler. He lost his last fight, and then he just went to a grappling tournament. Then he had 1, 2, 3 cancelled bouts against Kudalades, Jordan Levitt, and Boljar Oki. And now he's coming back. All right. So this is why
he's a grappler, but I'm not seeing any of his wins by submission. So I'm gonna have Jaguar to fuck him up.
Yeah. Again, it was just. And I'll quickly go through just for the guys that are watching, because I'm quickly rolling through, because some people don't have the quick stats there, Toad. Oh, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lost against Gabe Green by submission. Rear naked choke. Funny that. He loses by submission, and old mate just won a grappling tournament by decision. So I don't know what to say about this fight.
Well, the thing is, none of his MMA career is showing him getting submissions, so he's got to do it at this level before I'm even scared of it. And Jaguar is going to fuck him up, so.
And their odds are exactly the same, by the way, everyone. It's $1.92 and $1.92. Not even the bookies can pick this fight.
Yeah, that's near even. I think Jaguar is just being faded because Gabe Green was such an upset for him, but coming in, he had actually pretty good momentum in terms of a debuter. Like, I remember a couple people being really high on this guy by knockout. You know, he's like Poaton's little cousin essentially. But yeah, man, this fight could go one of two ways. I expect this fight to end by finish. Yeah, Swati's either getting some. Swati's either gonna have a moment on the ground where he gets it done, but the longer this fight remains on the feet, I see Jaguar hurting him. Swati's just very eligible of getting fucking hurt, gassing out, getting tired, can't continue to wrestling, eats a big fucking knee, puts his head forward, leaning forward, reaching. Matthews just cracking him with a fucking shot to the body, knee, something across the face, puts him out good. So that's how I got it. But I'll take fight by finish for either guy to play it extra safe. What are the props for Abdul by submission?
Okay, Abdul by submission.
I want to assume he's a slight dog here.
Here we go. Abdul by $8.
That's worth it. And then what's Jaguar's knockout?
$3.40.
I'm playing both of those bets against each other.
You got to, right?
For fun. This is a fun
just
one for that. All right.
That's what I said. It's not a fight that I want to put on parlays. It's not a fight, but like to all our fucking viewers out there, if you want to have a little bit of fun money and just throw something on, this isn't a fight that I'm adding on to make the money at the end. This is a fight that I'm just watching. I'm interested about the submission because old mate just come back from a fucking grappling tournament. I'm interested that Jaguar lost against fucking Gane by submission. You know what I mean? So the numbers are there. The fight probably might go to decision. I don't know. It could just be one of those boring old fucking.
Yeah.
You know.
It could. It could, but yeah, I see this one being a finish. I'm like pretty high on there being a ton of finishes on this card again. More fights than not will end by finish, I think. So the prelims sometimes just really crack off on big cards, pay-per-views, fight nights. So as long as there's a live event, look at this. There's going to be so much electricity from some of these finishes early on. I think Walker's going to have that place fucking electrified that these guys are going to come out and want to prove a statement, get that bonus money. You know, they got to be that much more impressive. And then you got Rubeski just in front of them, followed by Ikram. So, yeah, I think these two are going to want to come out and be impressive, I think. So, all right, moving up the card.
Coming up when we get there.
Yeah, moving up the
all
card.
Right, the next fight.
Yeah, we got Mateusz Rubeski taking on Ludovic Klein. Holy fucking shit. This is, like Lethal said right before we started, if you could bet on a fight being fight of the night, it'd be this one. Love this picture of Rubeski, his little fucking lightning bolt hair, little drape across his bald head. This dude, I know he's been cracked and it's easy to fade him now, but before this guy was getting cracked, holy shit, did he have a lot of momentum. And same to be said about Ludovic Klein, coming off a loss also, but, you know, seemed really great until he wasn't, kind of thing. I worry about the recent activity of Rubeski and how injured he's been, and the fact he's in against someone like Ludovic Klein. So by default, I actually want to go Klein, just based on that alone. But man, I've been really high in Rubeski, and it's weird betting against him, but the last time I did, it won for me, so I guess I'm going to rock Ludovic Klein here based on being scared for Rubeski. Who do you got for me, though?
Brother, when I saw this fight, you just mentioned, we spoke about this before we streamed up the pod because me and Todd have a bit of a yarn before we start. And I tell you what, I would never bet against Rubeski when he's fought. And I've never bet against Ludwig Klein when he's fought. So when I saw these two guys together, which I never bet against, and they were put together, I just sat back and went, what the fuck is... Wow. Now, This fight, dude, if anyone out there can find a parlay for fight of the night, anyone on any platform that does that, bet on this being the fight of the night. Now, I don't know who the fuck's going to knock who out. This fight is not going the distance. Someone is getting submitted. Someone is getting knocked out. They both have a Rubeski and Klein are both 39 and 35%, both in submission finishes. They're even Stevens.
Two 30-year-olds.
They have put two fucking dudes that are equal at the game.
2 5'7s.
Oh my God.
Ludovic Klein just has more reach than Rubeski, and that's no surprise, but Rubeski's more of a little fucking meatball anyways.
So,
I just wish Rubeski was fully healed up, and I would love this fight more, but I'm scared for Rubeski, and so therefore, I know it's a car crash because of the weight class. It's the all-time greatest car class, car crash weight division in UFC, because these guys generally can have those wars like Rubeski's known for, where he's just bloody head to toe. Because they do so much damage, but if you're tough, it's generally not enough to put you out of there, and you're bleeding all over the octagon. Rubeski, he'll be in Hall of Fame for blood. He's already there. And Ludovic Klein is already... He's kind of one of these guys that likes to instill that, So I'm not saying Rubeski isn't out of this fight entirely. We all know what he was known for is being able to eat it and give it simultaneously. And that's why he looked the way he did. He wasn't necessarily losing all these fights, but he would look as if he was, because that's just how he fights. The issue is, it's really recent injuries, and it was bad. Broken nose, bad. And Ludovic Klein's going to touch that shit up, so I'm going to go Klein by finish, but fight of the night, this is going to probably be one of them, for sure.
Mate, so I've got Klein. I'm going to pick the finish. I don't know how he's going to do it, but I'm going to pick it.
It could be a submission too.
I'm going to pick it. Klein by submission. That's my and the odds are amazing, by the way. That's why I'm picking it. That's why I'm going, because I just checked it out. It's $14 to 1.
Yeah. It's worth a small sprinkle. I think Klein gets it done by a knockout if he got it done at all.
Not what I did with the fight that we're not going to talk about from last week. Not that I'm not going to put just for a look at 14 to 1 for a submission. He's won 39% of his fights by submission, right? But it's all, and this is for everyone out there.
Rubeski's very strong, though. You know what I mean? His grappling's not shit either.
He's won. Actually, he hasn't won any fucking fights by submission. That's why they're 14 to 1. He's lost by submission. He lost to Nate Landwehr by submission, by Anaconda Joe.
I like Klein by knockout.
So Klein by knockout, brother, because we're talking money, right? Let's see, because no emotions, money. $4.10.
Yeah, that's what you bet on for Klein.
That's
the submission, I think, is a donation, but the knockout, that's live for sure. Yeah. All right, so moving up the next.
Submission is $8. Rubeski by TKO is $5.90. I've never seen Rubeski had such high odds on his own for a TKO, if you know what I mean. Like, the prop odds on these guys killing each other are actually really good.
Yeah, it's going to be a great fight. I like the fight by finish too. So, fight of the night, I think we get like a second, third round finish with lots of blood. Moving up the card, we got Ikram Askarov taking on the fucking Iron Turtle. Askarov, he's a fucking problem. I like Ikram a lot. There was a fucking fight not that long ago where fucking Lethal's in chat telling me that the Turtle's gonna beat Tatsuro Taira, and I was just dying laughing. He's like, it's a different park. I'm like, yeah, it's a different park. Turtle, he's always had great pressure. He always comes out, gets after it, his wrestling solid. You can't do that with Ikram. He's, we know he can get clipped. We know he can get knocked. But when he's the one grappling and striking in his clinch game, those knees, he's generally the problem. So I like Ikram by finish here. I think he shows up in front of His Majesty. This is to make all the fucking turbans in the crowd go crazy. That's why this one's on the card.
Okay. This is my first long shot for the night. This is where my parlays start. No more fucking talking legend parlays and sitting on fucking fences. and going, I'm having a toilet break and I'm not watching this fight. This is where I started my money at Klein, actually. Basically, I started there, right? So this is where my night starts. So got Klein and Rusbeski. I've got Klein by finish. In this fight, this is my first long shot. My first long shot. I said I picked 3 at the beginning of the pod. I told Toad I picked 3 long shots out of the whole card, not 53. And, you know, and I think I've got this one. My park, my real park. Not the park that got lost again last fucking week. Not the park that lost against Tyra the last time. The real park, the Iron Turtle Park. The one that I thought was fighting many, many moons ago has finally come back. And I'm taking Park. I'm not a fan of Ikram. After what I saw of Robert Whittaker, I think Park's ground game, his control, I'm even thinking submission here. I know Ikram's got some submission skills, but look at Park's losses, man.
Yeah.
Literally, from Shavkat, he lost against Shavkat. Then he won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then he lost against Fluffy. Then he lost against Robocop. And that's it. Oh, no, and then Munez. I mean, like, in the last few months, so these are names that are impressive to me. Ikram has come in without these names behind his list. Ikram, do you know what Ikram's done? He's lost against Robert Whittaker. That's what he's fucking done since he's joined the UFC. So can you see where I'm going with this, everyone?
Yeah.
I'm taking the guy that only lost basically on 2016 on August the 8th. The last notable person Park lost against was Shavkat by a rear naked choke in round 2. Then he won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right up to 2018, he was undefeated. Then he lost against Fluffy. Then he beat Andre Barot, John Phillips, Takon Nukchua, lost against Rodriguez, beat Eric Anders, Joseph Holmes, Dennis Tulum.
So you know what's similar, though? He did all that shit until Shavkat, but Ikram did all of his shit other than until Hamzat Shemaev, basically, prior to UFC. It was Robert Whittaker. And I respect those 2 names a whole lot more than all the bullshit that Park's proven himself against. So I think Ikram was a problem, and I think he was on his way coming up. And he simply got hit in a spot by someone as good as Whittaker that, Whittaker got his work cut out early for him, because I was worried for Whittaker if that fight got into the, I don't know, until it got into the 3rd, 4th round, I worried for Whittaker in those first few with Ikram coming out being a fucking son of a bitch. So his striking's very powerful, but he's good in the clinch and he's good with his grappling. So I can't give Turtle the grappling prowess to be as effective here, and it could just be a tired Turtle that ends up getting hurt, especially as fucking.
I've got Turtle.
Yeah.
This is where I either make my money. This is that point of the night of the fights, right?
Yeah.
Where I have my parlay start. This is where I have Turtle. Mystic Mats is going to fucking take Turtle. He's going to take Ikram to the ground. He's going to control him with fucking wrestling, not actually grappling. He's going to do that thing that he did in that fight. I can't remember who he fought, where he threw the most ground strikes, about 352 in one fight. If people look back,
he can't do that in this fight.
Hey?
He won't do that in this fight.
I don't know. We don't know. But Ikram hasn't shown
I'm telling you right now, we got to use bet openly, and I'll bet against you, and we can put our own money up for each other.
I'll put a card up.
It actually gives me and you better payouts, too. That's why it's a cool system. You and me could have a disagreement and like a bet between ourselves more than the casinos, because I guess with their system, the players' money that's being betted is like what's up for stakes. But
The
anyways.
house always takes something. When we bet, nothing. No, there's no house. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
It's
what I'm
just
trying. That's what
real.
I'm trying to
So,
say. But that's why the props are more generous that way. They give you better props.
yeah.
Anyways,
No, but
fun one. I think
I'm
you're come
taking
get
the
it done.
plum.
I can respect while you're a Turtle fan, of course. He's not. He's not a fighter I fade often, but I'll fade him here. All right.
Hey, look, I'm not a big fan of the turtle, but I think he's just got that fucking. I don't think he's ever been finished. I haven't even had a look. Was he finished? Oh yeah, he's finished by a shove cut, obviously. Yeah, shove cut fucking finishes everyone. But after, just before we leave, let me see how many times he's been. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's been finished by everyone he's fought. Apart from one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So he does get fucking finished. So
You still gonna go with your turtle lethal? Did I just change your mind against
I'm
it,
taking
Crumb?
turtle. I'm
Okay.
taking turtle.
All right, let's move on to the next fight. All right, moving
Who
up
we
the
got?
card, we got Hazrat. Looks like Gaslam's little
Ah.
fucking cousin in that photo. Actually
Yes.
works out and fucking
is
eats up
Gaslam.
shit other than fucking tacos against Quinlan. Sackley. This guy, Quinlan, he hasn't been looking terrible. It's kind of a pick'em fight for me. Nasrat obviously is more alchemated in this fight. He gets to be home in front of His Majesty. And I think that is a big advantage here, more than just judging, is getting dialed in and adjusted. Quinlan, I'm not against his activity. I think he's been looking pretty good. Pretty young, too, in his career. He'll be here for a little bit. But ever so slightly, because of the circumstances of where, I'm like almost thinking Nasrat, but I'm not super sold. I'm kind of on the fence. Been back and forth twice. I originally had Quinlan, and then, I don't know, between the vlogs and stuff and the fighters talking about napping and getting fucked by the pool and stuff, it made me think to myself, like, yeah, maybe they're a little bit more tired than what I'm thinking. So maybe they gotta get dialed in a little more for this to be like a normal card for them. Plus, Abu Dhabi is such a weird part of the world and crazy for the fighters that are there. The sun zaps you if you're not super used to it, which Quinlan is. I don't know. I don't see why I'm so all over the place. It's just Nasrat does come with the perk of biased judging, and that is why I'm ever so slightly leaning Nasrat. If this was in Australia, I'm all day Quinlan. You see, so I'm gonna go Nasrat for now, but I'm not in love with the pick.
So I'm Nasrat, Australia or Abu Dhabi. I'm not a fan of Quinlan yet.
Yeah.
Yet. Hasn't done enough. Nasrat. And by the way, Nasrat is Kevin Gastelum. It's the same fucking person, dude. People don't know that. It's Kevin Gastelum fucking fighting down in weight. It's a different dude. He just changes his face.
He just
slightly,
crawls out of the fucking fat suit.
But yeah, and goes into the Nasrat suit. I'm telling you, it's the same fighter. He's doing a goddamn. He gets two pays, one person, and he comes in as two people back. Plain and simple. So I'm just letting everyone know this is Lethal's conspiracy theory. Nasrat and Kevin Gastelum are the same fucking people. Now, with that being said, I've got fucking Nasrat doing this, man. His resume is just pretty fucking cool. He's on a 4-fight win streak. He's doing the shit. He's beating the... Oh, wait there. Apart from this one, he beat Malaki, which is not Malaki out the right round, which is not really impressive, but split decision Jared Gordon, split decision Esteban, split decision Landon, split decision here. Got knocked out, split decision King Green, split decision Dan Hooker. This fight is going to the dirt. Nasrat is he will win.
Yeah. I just want to add real quick. I did forget that Quinlan had that win against the Red Fox. And that guy comes out really hot in the first round. So Nasrat, he likes to get his finishes too. He likes to come in and get them done early. So it's kind of like, at least for Quinlan, he just had the same test of somebody who's going to come out really aggressive, try to get the finish, throw big bombs, And you can see it in Nasrat's like photo there, dude. He's got tremendous power. So Quinlan's got to be swifty,
On
nifty,
that
get to the
side.
third round. Quinlan could look better in this fight late, but I think Nasrat also gets the finish here. So if you guys have been following those comments along, like almost every fight's gonna have a finish so far for me. I'm gonna have a couple, but that don't. But I think this one's gonna be a knockout, fight to end by knockout on the feet.
Yeah, and I'm not going Quinlan's way.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Move up the
Here we
card
go.
here real quick.
This fight.
You got Alexander Rakic taking on Azamat Murkyanov. Dude, Rakic, I have no problem with him. I got to see him at UFC 300, and, you know, I'm a big Yuri fan. And when someone can make me worry like that for Yuri, then they kind of earn my respect. And Rakic, he's a problem early. I don't really love his late second, third round fighting. He either seems to like understand the objective and go after it early, or he seems to like quit, or maybe it's like he's trying to pace himself because secretly his cardio shit. But I don't like Rakic late in these fights. And Azamat, I think he's going to come out pretty strong early too. So I think this will be a knockout fight in the first 2 rounds by knockout. But I got to go with Rakic based on who he's been against. I know he's on the 3-fight streak losing. And I know Azamat's also being loved on also by His Majesty, and that plays a factor there. But I think if Rakic loses this fight, I think he's understanding he's on the decline of his career and will be thinking about his retirement fight, or if not quitting sometime. I would hate for this to be it, but, you know, be thinking about that sometime. But yeah, I can't see Rakic losing this fight at range, tit for tat. His sniping's very powerful, quick, good mix of kicks. I don't mind his range. And I think Azamat will find himself chasing into a big shot that turns the tide if it wasn't already going in Rakic's way. That's who I got. What do you got, Lethal?
Brother, when I saw this fight, this actually a little bit got personal because I think I showed you, Toad, not more than about 2 weeks ago, I bought this card. It's a 1-on-1 Rakic. Just sitting right here. Been a big follower of Rakic. It cost me $300 Australian, probably about 140 US, and people would say, you got ripped off because people gave up on him.
Yeah.
But I didn't. So with that being said, I bought this card because I invested in the fighter. All right? It's funny that he's fighting. Because I, you know, till up to this Monday and that, you know, we do our research and then you go through and go, fuck, Rakic is fighting. So it's funny I got this card. It's funny I invested in this fighter to buy this card. Literally go on eBay, find a 1-on-1 and go, I want a 1-on-1 Rakic in this room because I believe he belongs in this room. That's why I bought the card. So what I'm trying to tell everyone is, I know Azamat's got this fucking knockout fucking shit going on, but Rakic has got some leg shit kick going on as well. Don't forget Rakic and his leg kicks. That's what I remember about the guy.
Yeah.
Just fucking smashing legs all day. So my pick is Rakic, and this is not because I bought the card, because I've invested in the fighter from the beginning. Now, if he wins tomorrow, my card goes up in value. Also, no comps, by the way. No comps if he wins tomorrow.
I don't think it
All
goes
right.
up by much, but yeah, definitely. He needs this fight to keep his contract looking okay. Because otherwise
Yeah.
he's down 4 fights in a row. And I sincerely think we're starting to think, when are we seeing this guy's retirement fight? Just saying. All right.
But I am picking Rakic to do this one.
Yeah, I got Rakic within the first 2 rounds, or else I don't see this fight being all that great. But he kind of is weird at range. Like, he seems to quit and fade on himself if it's not going favorably early on, having success. He kind of finds himself questioning, hurt, range, fatigued, whatever it is. He's just not aggressive.
We'll know in the first 5 minutes of this fight whether we've made the right choice or not, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll know. We'll see him fight. We'll see whether it's the Rakic that came in like this, or
Yeah.
whether it's this old Rakic and they're giving him this fucking bomber who's going to walk in and knock everyone out, which he's been doing everywhere. So
Yep.
let's have a look.
Let's move up the card. I got Alexander Volkov taking on Jailton Almeida. I really like Volkov. I think he got fucked over. I know Tom wants Gane. Gane's been ducking Tom. But at the same time, Dana even admitted Volkov was fucked over. So it's not the fun, intriguing fight. You know, if Tom had fight Volkov, he'd be getting the title shot. But instead, Gane got to duck Tom and is rewarded with getting the title shot. And only the UFC would know if this is sincerely true or not, right? But the allegations that Tom and his teammates says, oh yeah, we've been there before, he's ducked us, you know? And I believe it all day. So Almeida, he's either going to come out super early, have success in the grappling while he's got some time, or Volkov won't give it to him. Volkov on the feet, obviously he's a sniper. The nickname says it all. He's literally got more fight experience than most fighters on the entire UFC roster. And he's been doing it for such a long time at a high level. So you got to give him respect for going all 15 minutes with Ciryl Gane. You know, Almeida was so careless that he got bopped across the side of the head from Blades. Well, Volkov, I think, is a problem on the ground too. And Blades was really more of control and grappling with big power shots. Volkov is like rangy, snappy. And with him going to the ground, he threatens elbows. He threatens his own guard, triangles. So Almeida's got to be very precise and very quick in getting the finish. Probably stay off the back of Volkov and hunt for rear nakeds. Because if Almeida's in the guard of Volkov, I see this not being good for Almeida personally. I think we could see a finish just like last week with old big-ass kickboxer on his back slicing with elbows across the top of the head. 12-6, blood coming out of Almeida, and all of a sudden Almeida isn't feeling so hot about his grappling game. And once that gets taken down, Draco snipes all day. So I'm gonna go Volkov with my finish. I think he's more proven to me. Almeida's got a lot to prove to me still.
I found this interesting fight. I followed Almeida since he's come through. I lost interest in Volkov since I knew you couldn't handle it on the ground. In the past.
He's improved, though. He's improved a bit.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I will say in the past. Now I'm looking at this fight. I still am an admirer of Almeida. I still think he's going to get the belt. I really do.
Over Tom? No. Tom slices the shit out of Almeida. Like, what?
He can get through the defenses of Volkov this week and submit Volkov so he can get through the reach, the length, the black belt kickboxing, the black belt jiu-jitsu of Volkov.
Tom's already done that with Volkov though, a long time ago. And he's only gotten so much better since.
I've got Almeida on this fight. Volkov, I like you, but I sort of don't. You bore me. I don't have one Volkov card in this entire fucking room, put it that way. I don't invest in you. I don't buy a card off you. I don't really give a fuck about you.
Fucking hater, goddamn.
Yeah, oh, there's my bitch.
Fucking witch hunting all night. You got all these fucking fighters on the roster. You hate Lethal. You fucking you fucking Australian Grinch. I think Volkov's gonna fuck up your boy.
So what I reckon
fuck with your Almeida cards. How about that?
There's many ways you can attack life. You can sit around like an asshole and point fight with your long legs and shit, with your kickboxing, or you have a fight, or you can be another person like Almeida, who only has one.
He's gone 15 minutes against fucking Sergey and Gane, and technically won both. What are you on
about?
Telling
about Almeida. When I saw this matchup, I actually even the bookies agree with me. By the way, $1.40 and Mailder, $2.67. So
this is one of the Volkov's my dog.
Not only do the flock of seagulls agree with me, my friend Toad. Your boy's not gonna fucking do it, mate.
Bro.
It's done.
Bro,
I'm
do you
fucking
use...
not agreeing with
You know what Tapology is, right? You pull it up and follow along, fight
I'm
after
right
fight
here.
with
I'm
me
right
so
here
you know what
right
we're
now.
talking about and shit. Yeah, great. 50-50 on these picks, brother. So don't act like everyone's sitting here sucking Almeida's Brazilian dick with you, because they're not.
They
This is
are.
not a flock
They're
of seagulls.
sucking.
This is a shootout. And we're about to find out if the Draco sniper shoots your little dumb fuck running across the field trying to sniff that dick. Because that's his only shot at winning this fight. I think he gets sniped. Let's move the fuck on. Follow along with me, Lethal. Buckle up. We're pushing.
Your husband fucking Drago. I love it. I love it. Let's go, cut.
Let's go. That'll be
Next
another
fight.
fun one for
You're
us
gonna
to fade
fight-
each other on.
If we argue about this fight, you watch how we're going to argue about the next fight, dude.
All right, let's move up the card. I got Umar Nurmagomedov taking on Mario Batista. Batista is not a fun fighter. He's not an enjoyable fighter. And he's actually ruining the legacy of anyone he fights because it never ends up becoming much of a fight. He offensively grapples for control. It's like watching someone as defensively sound as Cheeto, but in the grappling department, where they just want to accumulate standing control time with non-lethal shots. Now, I know Umar didn't show up and just out of nowhere become champ, but you have to admit, he's really young and had a lot more on the ticker in terms of other guys he could level up and improve and gain momentum and fan base going into a fight with Merab. So I think Umar skipped a cue and it showed, but I'm not going to act like he belongs at the top of the division. I thought Umar was on his way, and minus Merab, if it wasn't Umar taking the belt from Sugar, possibly Sandhagen, which I'm happy that didn't happen that way because I don't know. Sandhagen's not having a good go right now. I sincerely thought this man here, Umar, was going to help be part of Father's plan with that conviction and domination. And to me, losing against the GOAT of Bantamweight will never discredit you. Now, if Mario had the loss to Merab, I would also look at this guy and be like, yeah, this guy's basically undefeated and is going UFC. So, as of the last 2 years, each guy's been phenomenal. Umar, not going to have many great moments against Merab, unfortunately. We know why. He's a goblin from World of Warcraft. It doesn't work that way. Mario kind of possesses that cardio and that power and that build to be a goblin himself. But Umar fucking shoots these goblins in the head all day. You know what I mean? I forgot. I think it was which fucking Nurmagomedov had the gaming addiction, so they all took his PC and blew it up in front of him.
Oh yeah,
Told him to go to the gym.
It could be broken.
Yeah, it could be broke
the
his whole
fucking PC,
fucking
yeah.
gaming PC.
Anyways,
Anyways, yeah, Umar, he's about it, man. He's gonna come out. I think he's not gonna allow Mario to wear on him, grapple with him, and there's no playing it safe. Umar is going to offensively, reverse you, and he's going to keep those grappling exchanges interesting with exchanges of knees, his elbows, and time on the ground, and I don't fear of his cardio. These guys right here, these are 5-round fighters all day. Anytime it's a 15-minute, you got to be able to show up, or you just can't fight at 135 pounds or 125. So I think all the things that Mario's been doing has only worked to a certain caliber of fighter or this late in a fighter's career. Umar doesn't meet that bill, so I can't fade Umar. I got to go Nurmagomedov and restoring some faith to the name.
Look, when you hear that name, it's an easy thing. You just fucking circle the name. Especially when the odds are $1.19 to $5.50.
Yeah.
$5.50. Now, remember, we have that, I told you that Ciryl Sonnen thing. $5.50 means not getting out of round 1 or 2, going out in stretcher. Because Ciryl Sonnen says, if you hit fucking $5 plus, that cunt should be going out in a stretcher.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
would be more like Umar fighting a top 15 guy prop, but instead it's Mario. So the disrespect's there for sure.
I've got Umar, but I'm telling you what, I've got a few fucking little stupid parlays that involve Mario because just his win. And I'm going to say why this. He is the most boring fighter in the fucking UFC. Stand down.
All day.
I fucking do 50,
All fucking
I
day,
do
bro.
50 fist breaks. I fucking, oh, dude, when I see his
I
name
bitch
on
at
a
my
card,
monitor so fucking much when he fights. I can't fucking take it.
oh, wow. Just disgusting, boring. If you want to be a wrestler, be a wrestler. If you can't be a good wrestler, you can't. I'm not a fan of him, okay, at all. So I think that 550, would you believe he's going to bore the fuck out of us, and that 550 is going to come through. I see this fight going the distance. I just hear the name. I know what he's going to do. And he is strong, and he's got good wrestling. The only way Umar's going to do this is by submission. Because old mate is going to put him into the fence within the first 30 seconds. Batista is going to fucking get him on the fucking fence. He's going to clinch him. Then he's going to fuck him and rape him like a poodle on a goddamn fucking greyhound and bore the fucking...
But
so
see, that style
disgusting.
doesn't work against Umar, I don't think. Like, I know,
Well, let's see.
I know
Let's
Marab
see.
just did it, but you can't tell me that Mario would do that to Marab, because Marab would
Whether
fucking
the
humble
dog
Mario
fucker-
all day.
I'm going to call Mario. Sorry, Mario. Let's see whether the dog fucker on the fence who's humping the leg can win this fight. And Mario, I'm actually going to say this. I'm not calling you a dog fucker, brother. I'm just saying you fight like a fucking humping a leg on a fence. But I'm taking the 550 on this. I'm taking a boring.
Sure, I mean, that's just called
fight.
sprinkling on like insane odds. That's crazy, sure, but who's your pick? You're gonna go Umar, but then bet
Umar.
Mario?
But there's a few fucking, look, so I'm going to parlay, there's a couple, so like, for example, I went against Volk, but obviously I do some stupid parlay. So I'm going to parlay, for example, letting everyone know, this is what I do in between. I'll parlay Volk at $2.67, and I'll parlay Mario. Just the two together. And I'll parlay them, and they'll give me fucking, if I put $10 on, it'll give me 300, because the odds are fucking, especially if I put Volk by finish. So I'm not saying that. I am definitely, if Umar loses, I lose a shitload of parlays.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
I
see a lot of people saying Umar is the safest bet on the card, and I disagree.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just
based on the kind of, the fighter Mario is at the level he's done it at. Still, there's more respect on it than what his prop is. But he's not the safest bet on this card. If I was to say the safest bet on this card, it's Tom Aspinall. But other than him, the other safest bet on this card, say Walter Walker.
Yes.
And then the other safest bet on this card, probably Hamdi. And then Jacqueline. And then Azat. So those are our picks, guys. Ready to move up the card? Or you got anything else for me on that one?
Yeah. Nah, so look, again, guys, Umar, but when I do make that big cash, and Toad knows this, I do have a couple slide bets going on. I picked Volkov, guaranteed it. We just had a fucking disagreement about Volkov, but he picked it. It's $2.67. $4 for a finish for Volkov.
That's great.
So I'm gonna parlay your fucking heart one, and I'm gonna parlay something that I believe that this fight I could see Mario just doing something really Mario-ish.
Yeah, I would almost pick one of those, and also consider distance too to be like extra safe, but I don't blame you for doing something Mario. It'd be tough to pick another tough matchup to 2 in a row.
You can't go against the legacy. Now, when people talk about legacy or fucking fighters, people say, I want to make a legacy, a legacy. Do you know there's only one fighter I know? There's two. In the entire UFC, I believe that made a legacy. The Gracie family and now the Nurmagomedov family. That's what I call a fucking legacy. Not a fighter that has a kid and he has what's your legacy? What's John Jones' legacy? Like, that's a legacy. That's a fucking legacy. You know, fighters leave peanut bottles and hot sauce as their legacies.
Right now, it looks like the next legacy is going to be Ilya and his brother.
And there are brothers. Will it be? But will it turn into such a family? Because we're talking the Gracies weren't two brothers. They were all fucking traditions of, they just keep on going. They're still fucking going.
But to do this at modern era, if they both can continue to do it in like aura and fashion and look incredible, then yeah, they get to create a new version of that legendary family of fighters, the same blood on the mat kind of shit. So, all right, let's move up to the co-main event. We got fucking Verona Jandiroba taking on Mackenzie Birthday Cake Dern. Fucking
if I do this one, that's why she wins.
To no surprise, everyone's sucking Dern's dick. And I get it. Like, she's the one that's easily marketable. They're the ones, you know, she's the ones that the UFC very wants to represent them. Be a draw to Brazil. Brazil, you know, being a big card with, like, Alex Pereira. Yeah. But guess what? Jandiroba gets to do that, too. And she's also an incredible grappler. I'd say she's more aggressive with her advancements and her ground and pound. Dern's okay with her stand-up. She's definitely been there with some pretty okay fighters. Had her moments and didn't have hers, but I don't know. I think Verna's, I don't know, she seems to be more dangerous. And funny enough, she is the underdog, so she's also another dog for me this week that I really enjoy. Dern, again, she's definitely, in my opinion, has fought the tougher opposition. I just think Jandiroba is incredibly hungry and aggressive, and it's hard to like fade her necessarily for that reason. So I'm gonna go Jandiroba as my official pick. Jandiroba by finish. I think you know, this being a 5-round fight especially is pretty exciting shit, because the fact that they totally can kill each other within that time frame all day with the submission games and their exchanges. Triangles, arm bars, you know, all kinds of different choke opportunities. So I like the fight to end by a submission. That's a great prop too, but you got to respect the ground and pound, injuries, all those things. Maybe something crazy on the feet. So fight by finish here, I also like a lot too. Maybe fight not to go to the 5th round, but more times than not, we'll take all 5. But yeah, my official pick, lethal, Jandiroba by finish, and she's the dog. So not a bad pick, in my opinion.
Apologise, appetite. It's 35 degrees here in Australia. It's fucking hot as fuck, right? So I had to get another refill.
Celsius.
But I'm going to tell you this. This is how we're going to do it. Yeah, so about 130 degrees American temperature. That's fucking hot.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Yeah. So what I'm saying now is, hey, you're going to love this. You're about to get the most ugliest champion in the UFC, brother. Hey, and the good thing about her, and the best thing about her, she can have 2 cameras on her at once, because one eye can look this way and one eye can do that way. She can interview, and she can literally look at both of the red dots at the same time and do 2 interviews, mate. That's how cool she is. Now, how she's going to win this fight? She's going to take those fucking eyes. Mackenzie Dern and her beautiful body is going to get so confused. They're going to look one way and the other way. Old mate's going to take Mackenzie Dern down. And would you believe this?
The UFC hasn't been able to do the whole Sports Illustrated, here's our female champion, basically since Bullet, you know? She was the last version of that, so...
Sorry, Werner should be the new Sports Illustrated. I want to see that in a G-string, dressed up, man. I want to fucking see that shit going. I want to see her fucking doing this. I want to see it. I want to see the warlock eyes. I want to see that tight little fucking warlock body. Oh God, man, I feel like I'm at Do you know
So basically,
what?
the
Lord
marketing
of
for TKO and UFC is they're gonna have all these like birthday cake durns and all these like things like that. And with Jandaroba, it'd be like a chicken you choke with the eyeballs shoot out of its head, or maybe
She's a
like
Halloween
Pepe the
costume.
Frog dolls. What the fuck?
Imagine walking in with a mask on Halloween with a knife and having that face on at someone's door and going, come on, dude. So, Verna by finish, not because she's better, because she's going to scare the fuck out of my girl, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl. And I have to say this, and this is through research, Toad. There's one thing that did worry me about this whole pre-fight coming up was when I watched a Dern interview, which I watch all the interviews, obviously. I watch everything about Dern. Like, she's fucking amazing. Well, fuck, you know?
Sheesh.
But she did say one thing. She did say a big fan, big fucking fan.
Fucking Bobby Green's reaction to her weighing in was the funniest shit ever.
Dude.
Because it's like someone in the comments is like, all he said is sheesh. It's like, it's how he fucking said it. It was like so authentic Bobby Green. It was perfect.
No, she's absolutely fucking amazing. Her jiu-jitsu is amazing. But the problem being is she said one thing to the pre-fight lead up, which was if she was to fight Zayli Wang now, she would lose. Now, we have a problem here, Houston. That's a confidence problem to me. Even though you did win by decision last time, you should be more confident. I don't know. I found that. That one comment was the only thing that changed my mind.
Hear you hardly? Like you got really quiet for me.
Sorry, brother. I said that one comment was the only thing that changed my mind from switching from Dern to fucking the Warlock. Because you know what? The Warlock's fucking confident, brother.
You keep talking, buddy. I'm switching audio real quick.
Okay. Yeah, so the Warlock's confident. So I sort of, and the fights she's won. Okay. I'm parlaying Mackenzie Dern only by submission. I'm going to put a few parlays on Mackenzie Dern with my main card parlay. I have to take Vern at $2.40. I think Werner's a great long shot. I have to fade Werner inside my picks here, dude. I have to put it this way. At this fight here, I'm going to lose 50% of my picks right now at this moment, I believe. Like, I believe I'm going to get all of the others, but I believe right here, okay, this is where I might lose my picks. Ikram and Iron Turtle. I'll probably lose 25% of my picks there if Iron Turtle loses. Apart from that, I'll lose 10% if Rakic loses. Now, me and you are fighting over that shit.
Yep.
If Almeida loses, I lose another 60% of my picks.
Ouch. Why not just have distance there? Why not just have distance there? And give your boy a chance to lose and then still, you know.
And if Dern loses, I lose all of my picks. So I have to
I'm gonna stop you real quick there, and I'm gonna give like my way in on this, and we can both wrap up. Why wouldn't you just sit over 5 rounds? This is a 5-round fight. Why wouldn't you at least, instead of picking Dern, why wouldn't you pick fight to end by submission or fight to end by finish here? Because it would give respect to Jandiroba in the sense that she does come out and get after it, and you got 25 minutes for Dern to try to upkeep her pretty face, and it's going to be a really hard time against Jandiroba.
I have an answer to that. I'm a greedy
Joking,
man.
by the way. I don't think she has a pretty face. She's got cake, but that's really it.
I like great odds, and I like picking the fighter to finish. I love the numbers, man. You know what I mean? So it's $2.80 for them to either finish each other by submission. I'm taking Werner for a finish either way.
Yes.
Because Mackenzie's stand-up is not, hey.
It's like respectful, but it's not legendary. Yeah. People are like, Dern's stand-up's pretty good. It's like, she keeps it alive in fights, but Jandiroba is generally a problem in the sense that she doesn't keep the fight on the feet, and she's so dangerous everywhere on the ground.
Mackenzie's stand-up reminds me of one female fighter, and I think you might agree with me, brother. Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
It's basic,
but,
it's elementary.
But not nearly as good.
Yeah, and it's used to get you to a moment.
It's not powerful. Ronda was knocking bitches out.
Ronda was using the stand-up to knock bitches out, but most of the time she used it to clinch, take them down on the ground and down, and finish it by her signature move.
She just, there's the obvious reason of why maybe you have the comparison made, and that's where I was getting at earlier. This is the first time since Bullet the UFC is going to have a female champion that's like, yeah, put them on the fucking Sports Illustrated. And that's what Dana and all of his boomer fucking TKO and UFC stockholders all really care about is ESPN impressions and Sports Center and Sports Illustrated and Sports Ball and sports.
At least we know the sport's fair because they put the most ugliest woman in the UFC with the most beautiful woman in the UFC. So they weren't caring about Sports Illustrated.
She's not the most. She's not the most beautiful. I don't get why people, other than the obvious reasons.
Amazing.
Other than
amazing.
You can't tell me Dern has like the prettiest face.
No, she's got a shitty nose. And
Thank you.
But her accent, her eyes, her body, and you know what? She looks really nice, and she seems like a nice person.
Yeah, we're just saying that. I'm just calling out the fact that why does everyone say hands down Dern? It's like, what about it? The fake tits, the birthday cake. I mean, those things are all great, but like, I don't. The face.
There's two words.
And the accent.
Beautiful women. There's beautiful women, and there's sexy women.
Yeah.
Right. I believe Dern is sexy, not beautiful. Sexy, the body, the tits, the accent, the eyes, the hair, it's all sexy.
I'm gonna clip this and then like add it to the fucking beach scene from earlier in the fucking vlog.
Hey. Oh, no, you can't.
That's funny. Straight up, I think Jandiroba is going to be the one squawking her fucking eyes out of her head when she's getting choked the fuck out. So I'm going to go Jandiroba as a pick.
Who's she going to look at? When they talk to her, like...
I love Jandiroba's face-offs, but leave my girl out of this. I love her little... Dude, she's kind of like the female DuBronx. And I mean that in respect in the sense that she comes out like a little nerd with her glasses on. And before DuBronx had aura and took Tony Ferguson's soul and fight spirit and absorbed it in that fucking armbar, before that happened, DuBronx used to come out looking like the little fucking nerd and then fucking be a gangster. Guess what? Jandiroba is the female submissionist gangster that looks like a little nerd. Just like Mikey, just like DuBronx, is the actual gangster on the ground. So I got Jandiroba on the ground.
Gangsters, I'm going to finish off with my most sexiest woman and beautiful, and I know she's not, but for me, over Dern and everyone has to be the Bullet Man. That chick does it all day for me.
Fucking Brittany Palmer all day. I'm just going to put that up there.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Brittany Palmer?
Yeah, okay. I look at the...
I got a rookie card of hers. I'm going to have her sign it one day. She's going to be at one of these UFC 350s or something. That'd be cool if they actually brought back like a lot of the old UFC staff and retired fighters and just did like a really big meet and greet with all the OGs that are still around. It'd be better than anything boxing could do, because in boxing, if you're an OG, you're drooling all over your shit, half retarded from all the punches over your life. So, anyways, you ready to get into this main fucking card with me or what?
Yeah, because I've got the fucking puppies awake, man. The
All right,
puppies awake.
Let's do it.
All
Main
right,
event
go.
time, baby. Let's go. We got Tom Aspinall taking on Ciryl, ducking his ass multiple times. Gone. Now, before I hand the mic over to you, I got to get this out of my system. I'm going to go on my fucking witch hunt. Lethal's been on 3 or 4 of them. Now it's my turn. Ciryl Gane, you stupid FIFA fucking soccer fucker. All you did is sit around playing club. You've had multiple chances at the title. Much like Brian Ortega falling in love with Fortnite, you can't get off the fucking couch to prepare to learn how to counter grapple against John Jones, which isn't dangerous at all in the striking department, and has only really been, leveraging some of his ability to wrestle and take down to edge out fights. He was really fucking weird, came in fat, didn't look like he gave a fuck, and you got dominated by that? You got swept up by that? Guess what? Tom Aspinall could give that first opportunity intentionally to Jones to make Jones look good, just to come in and do it more impressively. We all knew that what Jones was clever, but it wasn't super fascinating. When Gane got submitted that easily, he just go, yeah, finally someone who's not a fucking fat, slouchy ass striker or boxer came into the heavyweight division wanting to grapple, wanting to mix it up, and look what happened. He got choked, sure as shit. Well, Tom Aspinall is of a better breed, greater breed. And yeah, it's true that Gane got called out on the world stage, and everyone knows that he needs to make the improvements, and so therefore his team is trying to make them. You can't catch up to Tom Aspinall. His father and him started in a small garage training long before you even gave a fuck, and you was sitting watching KSI videos playing FIFA soccer. You stupid fucking spoiled fuck. If you do not get this title shot, you're never going to get it again. You're never going to get an opportunity to get it again, because the guy that you fucked over your last fight that you stole the win from would plant you far below his feet to even become close of getting that belt again, and you would only further lose as Walter Walker could rise and be your next victim of submitting you there. So if Tom doesn't do it, which I hope he doesn't, I want to see Tom just straight starch Gane in the first 2 minutes with his hands, the way he does everybody with simple boxing, and be like, yeah, that's why Jones didn't fight me. Because it's not impressive to take a kickboxer who's a striking master in what he does at his size and his power. It's not impressive to swoop his feet out and just do a standing choke. It's really not impressive. Going into his world and being so fast that Gane doesn't know how to make counter shot reads, and he doesn't know how to control the distance in the void the way he has his entire professional fight career as a fucking Muay Thai kickboxer, now MMA fighter. If Tom toys with this shit in the first few minutes, mark my words, no one will come close to Tom Aspinall. And I'll double down on that. If you sincerely think Almeida's going to be a champion, you're wrong. He's too old. Tom's around. Tom would never give him the chance. Tom is fucking murdering all these guys in the first 2 to 3 rounds for some time. So I hope you enjoy him as champ, because I bet everything in the entire MMA space, my whole card collection, that Tom Aspinall fucks up Gane in the first 2 rounds. That's it.
Sweet, my brother. I love it. I love your passion, because there's one thing I can say from that, brother. It's the most beautiful man in the world coming in to fight a dude that has been born and bred to fight. Ciryl Gane, I am with you. I think I had a rant on a Gane. I think I did a Gane rant a while back.
You
I had a
started in
chat.
on it with me because I went off and I just ripped them
Yeah.
apart. I ripped them apart worse than
No,
this, and yeah, it was bad.
nothing. I'm not going to repeat it, dude. Dude, you did everything that I felt. Everything.
The
There's
only thing I
nothing
forgot
that
to
you
rant
did not,
about was the fucking movie shit and
mate.
how much Gane had been ducking fucking Tom. In all his interviews would be him playing soccer saying he doesn't want to fight
I'm only
anybody else
doing
unless it's for the title. That's his or up in ranking. He never wants to fight down. That's not how that works.
Aspinall.
Spoiled fat
Aspinall
little fucking cunt.
this week. I lose everything. If Aspinall loses this week, I'm actually not going to lose money. I'm going to lose faith in my own self, my own belief, my own picks. If Aspinall loses this week, not only Aspinall will fucking spin out, the world will spin out.
The only way Tom loses is if Gane chops hard at that knee and tries to do some like leg injury. And I think Tom has had too much PT, too much training. He's so much faster now, so much stronger now that leg had its chance to get chopped by Gane, and Gane chose to duck Tom during those times. So guess what? Ciryl Gane ducking Tom Aspinall was a mistake by him and his team because he ever wanted to put Tom below him. It should have been that around that time, coming off the injury of Blades, and you just fucking knew, man. You just fucking knew when he went to fight Curtis Blades again, that it was just over. Like, Tom is not fucking off on this downtime. In Gane, every video you see of this guy is doing exactly that. Fucking the fuck off. Movies, video games.
Yep.
He just wants to be the MMA Toad. He just wants to game and chill and have a good fucking time. Doesn't want to put all of his trading cards over there and catch up on like the last 3 weeks of trading cards. It's just a lot of work. He'd rather just play his video games and not, climb in the octagon and fucking get down. Tom levels up, enjoys leveling up. He's constantly learning, training.
Hello?
And his dad is a fantastic fucking coach because not only is Tom leveling up, people around Tom that are helping Tom level up are also becoming so good at significant fighters themselves. So, all right, go ahead. Sorry,
mate. When I see that relationship, me and my dad don't speak to each other. We haven't in about 7 years. We have no relationship. We actually haven't spoken about 30 years. So I sort of sit back, and I'm an only child too, man. So I don't even speak to my dad. He's 85 right now in a wheelchair. My mum doesn't speak to me. My mum doesn't speak to me because I don't speak to my dad. Rah, 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 all that bullshit. But what I'm saying is, what I see there, that relationship is that bond of that team, the father-son relationship, the strength. I know this. The day his dad, for example, passes, God forbid, Tom Aspinall retired.
I thought of that too. I thought of Khabib. I thought of Khabib and his dad. I thought of Khabib and his dad.
Exactly the same relationship, brother.
I already thought of this. I don't want to think about it though because I think Tom and his dad have the mileage to get through the whole career without worrying about that, and I think it will be like a post-retirement thing, but I wish Tom and his family well. He's obviously got a young one and everything too, so I want Tom to keep fucking winning. I want him to keep smashing these guys.
Other father-son relationships, Wonder Boy and his dad, you know what I mean? Yeah. Ronda Rousey and her mum, but her mum was a bit of a cunt. You know what I mean? So
that's why she's so fucking sassy and rousy. That's how she's like fucking rowdy the way she is.
Yeah. So I mean, there's many relationships where you see that, and every time I do see parents at the ring, not even at the fights, but sitting at the corner. When I watch the fights, I sit back because I just told him my stupid story, but I'm just like, wow, that's fucking pretty fucking cool, man. That would be pretty cool to have. So I believe that dedication, that everything is why Tom Aspinall, not only because he's great at fighting, not only because he's been trained at jiu-jitsu since he's 4 years old by his dad, not only because he's born and bred to do this, not only because he's a fucking the new future of the heavyweight, I believe it's because of that foundation that was built by his father. And once if that foundation ever gets broken, you have problems, Houston. I'm going to say that now. But I am going to throw one thing here. I have one fade on Ciryl Gane. I'm going to put $10 on it just for giggles. 46-1 for a submission.
Nope.
I have to do that because that's the gambling in me, man. Just for a laugh and a giggle. He's got 3 submissions under his record.
Get some fucking cans compared to Tom Aspinall.
I know, but I will say this. Everything on this pod that we talk...
How did his grappling look against Volkov? I think he lost that fight. If I go back and I don't listen to these delusional fucking judges and I listen to my MMA instinct on how I score a fight, I'd say Volkov won that fight.
Look, I might as well grab that $10 and just burn it, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. Totally agree.
Why not?
Give it to charity.
At those props, I understand it though. Here's what I would say too. Here's what I'll say too, Lethal. Here's what I'll say. Just if you're gonna bet the submission prop, double the fuck down and look at the run props.
All right.
Now think about it this way, dude. Not only do I want you to think about your 48-1 submission prop, but I want you to think about which round it happens in and put a little sprinkle on that too, because it'd be the biggest moonshot I've ever seen on a single bet for a method.
What? No, I'm gonna pull an MMA toad. It's gonna be a Yuri Prohiska round 5 submission over Glover Teixeira.
I did have.
Which will
his normal submission was like 20-1, and then when I saw the round 5 submission, I sprinkled on every round. Only because it was like 50-1 by the time I got to round 5. So I just said, okay.
$101-1 for a round 5 submission by Ciryl. I have to even laugh, brother. It's amazing. But you know what? I'll put $10 on that.
What is it?
I've got to do it.
What is the prop?
$101 to 1.
For what round?
Round 5.
Okay, so here, do this instead. Look at round combos and either think the first 3 or the last 3. I would do last 3, mid to last 3, only because... $91 for the last 3. So do that. Do that because here's my reasoning. Tom has always been a first round motherfucker. Right? And it's not that he doesn't have the cardio and the training and everything to last. We just never get to see it because he jabs everyone and puts them to sleep. But if you were to do Gane at all, just at least do uncharted territory. Because if the fight ends in the first 2 rounds, it's because Tom put him to sleep, not because Gane did shit.
Only reason I'm doing this is because the odds on Aspinall are fucking stupid. They're like so low. You make no money on Aspinall.
Not anymore.
A fun odd.
You had to bet it before Noche. That's why I parlayed Diego and Tom Aspinall together.
Even Aspinall's submission. Let's have a look.
Knockout was plus 350, 400. Submission was
$4. He's nearly at $3.90. So he's at $4 for a submission. That's not a bad prop.
No, it's worth a small sprinkle. But what's Tom just by finish? You don't look at Tom money line. You look at Tom by finish.
Tom by finish, $1.31, brother. There's no money line on that.
Hammer the fuck out of it though. Or how about this? What's the fight by finish? You can respect both sides.
If you put $100 on it, you get $10.30 back. Or you can't. You have to have $1 million on that, dude.
Yeah. So what's the fight to end by finish though?
That's it, $1.31.
So it's the same prop for Tom to win versus fight to end by finish.
Yeah,
You would
yeah.
you would bet
Oh, my finish. Sorry.
you'd bet
My
fight by
bad.
finish here all day.
By finish with a $5.40. No, $1.13. $1.13, dude. So it gets worse.
What
It's nearly
about
Steven.
fight to end by knockout? I hope you guys see what I'm doing here.
$2.50.
That's not bad.
So $2 either way.
Either way, fight to end by knockout at
Either
250
way.
is a great bet. Yes.
Either way.
Because the submission lines are so good otherwise. You're going to sprinkle on the Gane for the crazy miracle moonshot, be like one of the biggest bets in fucking history. And, yeah, you expect that. You expect that Tom's winning by submission or knockout. Just pick your poison. The recipe's there for submission. The issue is people don't normally survive Tom to get there. But I think Gane's good enough, tough enough, tall enough, rangy enough that I don't think Tom wants to intentionally stand up the entire fight and exchange and do back and forths with kicks. He's either going to cross and hit his big combination that puts Gane down, or he's wrapping Gane up and putting him on the ground. If the fight goes to the ground, that submission prop, safe as fuck. But Tom could get it done with his elbows. So.
There is only one thing I will say about this fight that I would believe. Only thing, Toad, in my head, Aspinall has always fought heavyweights. Like normal heavyweight. Pavlich, big, fat, slow. Not fat, but big and slow. Tom Aspinall's a new breed. He's fast. That's why none of the other heavyweights could keep up with him, right? Ciryl Gane, pretty and as whatever he is quick, he is athletic, and I think his agility and speed might not equal Tom's, but is there. So with that being said, I don't think Tom's going to come in the first round and do the knockout. Old mate's going to be fighting back. He's going to keep his distance. I fucking know this, right? I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to use more movement than he's ever used before, Ciryl Gane. He will look like a goddamn tap dancer on a hot fucking tin roof, mate. Right? He will be running all over the shop.
Oh, that's funny.
I can see it going this way. If the finish comes, it will come later, round 2 or 3 for Tom, because his dad's going to go, boy, that cunt fucking running around like a hot tap dancer on a hot tin roof. Can you just knock the cunt out or finish him? Like, he's playing with you, son. He's playing with you. He's playing with you. And I think Tom would just go, okay, Dad, I didn't realize. Yeah, stop dancing with him. He's a dancer. He does movies. He's athletic. He is. He can move. Right? So Tom hasn't faced an opponent that actually can move. Actually sort of can move as well as he can. This is the only skepticism I have. Not that Tom's losing this fight.
Tom's going to be a lot faster than Gane, though. Like, Gane looks like he's moving better than what he is just due to his size and his reach and his ability to be so far away. But no one's really fast enough because the heavyweight's full of unathletic fucking blobs that don't have good genetics half the time. And that's where Tom's entirely different.
And Ciryl does have those good genetics. That's what I mean.
And so does Tom, though. That's the example I'm making, though, is that Gane's not used to someone as big as Tom being as fast as Tom. So his ability to sit back and play it safe, he's going to look awkward like Cheeto, wanting to constantly be on his back foot and play very defensively because Tom's going to be fucking going for it. The only thing that I think would set up Gane for success in this fight is if he chopped really early, hard with these low kicks, reactivated some kind of injury or something in that leg of Tom's, and just make it harder for him to be the way that he wants to be in the fight, and have Gane continue to pepper at range. So I don't think it happens that way. I'm just saying, if you were a Gane believer, I think that's the only way you would really have to open up on that leg of Tom. Is just no one really believing it. In between what it shows on Tapology, 6% of people are going with Ciryl Gane. So 94% of the world believes that Tom is the fucking truth, and I'm one of those. So who you got on your official pick? And
Mate,
we'll
it's
sign off.
Aspinall all day.
Also,
It's Aspinall all
also
day.
hi, doggy. Sorry, I was just wrapping up our shit so we can get some sleep.
Saxton, look how big you got, man.
He's huge.
Fucking
Huge.
yeah. So Aspinall all day, brother. I'm gonna tell you what. I've never been more disappointed in a win and a loss because I'm an Izzy fan, right? Massive Izzy fan. Huge. When Sean Strickland came down to Australia and dominated Izzy, I didn't know whether to cry or help, because what Sean Strickland did was absolutely amazing. Let's put it in a fighter perspective here. It was absolutely amazing. Take the personality away against Izzy, right? You took this dude.
I bet on Strickland on that fight because he's such a crazy dog.
I had money on Strickland too.
Yeah,
it was a good day. But now I'm just saying, I walked out of that fight and I was broken. Not because I won money or lost money. It was because I didn't know what the fuck now. I'm going to say this. I'm so high on Aspinall. So high, like I still am on Izzy. He's still my boy. But when Strickland did that to Izzy, if Ciryl walks in, and I don't know what happened that day with Izzy. I don't think even Izzy. I think that's a moment in Izzy's head he'll never forget. How the fucking redneck came and just absolutely dominated you striking wise. Didn't wrestle. Outdid you at your own art, right?
Yeah.
That would break someone.
Yep.
It broke me. So I'm going to say this. Aspinall all day is going to finish this fight within 3 fucking rounds. But if Gane does a Strickland to Izzy in Australia, that would be... I'll have to give you. That would be the most remarkable.
I would quit.
Performance I would have ever seen in my life.
I would quit. I would resign. If Gane comes out and does what Strickland did to Izzy over the course of 25 minutes, I'm done doing this. I quit.
You quit?
I would quit. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Because I know it's not, but. Honestly.
And what I mean by that is the fight going a full 25 minutes. Tom has no answers. Gane's like fucking just dog walking Tom. Like, no, the fight's ending by a finish. That is the safest thing we can talk about here in this fight. But 99% of the time, I think it's Tom.
Sometimes I just think of incredible moments. And again, I'm going to go back to the athleticism of Ciryl Gane, right? Because Tom Aspinall's faced big, strong Sergey. He's faced that dude. He hasn't faced anyone that dances like a tap dancer, right? And I'm saying Ciryl Gane's going to knock him out. I said it might take Tom Aspinall a bit of time to...
Volkov's a great tap dancer, and Tom fucking choked him out.
As you can see, I wasn't a big fan of Volkov in our last call.
Still,
my boy's going to kick
he's one of the greatest, biggest tap dancers of all fucking time. What are you talking about? I'll shoot your shit down all day. That's all I'm saying. I'll call you out on your Almeida and your Volkov.
We've got to go back to Volkov again. So here we go. Almeida going to take your fucking boy, and Aspinall will finish Ciryl Gane.
So yeah, Tom will finish Ciryl Gane, and I think Volkov shuts down Almeida's pressure and wins the fight.
You know what I do see with Almeida? The last fight, I went back through it this week because I had to fucking, memory getting old. I had to go
You watched
back
the
and,
Blades fight? You get a good refresher
yeah,
of
he has
that?
that, yeah. He
Yeah.
has a cardio problem,
And you know
brother.
Volkov just went like all max distance with Sergey
Yeah.
and yeah, no, he
No, so
gone.
I will say this at the end. Almeida has a cardio problem. If he doesn't get Volkov down in the first
Oh
5 to 7 minutes,
We're
yeah,
gonna see a heavyweight vanilla version of Neil Magny slap the fuck out of him at range is what we're gonna see. So at a heavyweight
I
division,
love
so
that.
that's what you're gonna see. But yeah, we'll see what it looks like. I could respect a Almeida early finish or Volkov anytime, but maybe a late finish or a decision win. All right, so that's gonna conclude
Well
it,
done.
guys. Tom Aspinall. Absolutely gonna beat the fuck out of Ciryl Gane, sitting packing, playing FIFA soccer, and making movies. Cause fighting just ain't it if he wants to be a champ. That's gonna do it this week's episode, UFC 321. Feel free to check out the socials. You got IG where everything's happening. Again, Lethal Land Collectibles. Drop them a follow there. On our road to 3K, so really appreciate all the love that I've received on my end as well. But more importantly, Lethal Totem MMA. We have our own IG channel. I just mentioned at the start of the stream, I like the idea of making a couple graphics, some of Lethal's favorite bets, my favorite bets, and just kind of put them out there as a way of showing some love, showing some support, but maybe helping you guys kind of take what we are most confident in on a weekly basis and just kind of help celebrate some of the time and work we do, because nowadays not everyone's watching this whole video, but they might see a graphic on IG. So I'm going to start trying to apply myself in some more ways with this group, and I'm going to make Lethal do the same with me, and we're going to make this shit grow this year. But we're
Well,
having
my
a fun
brother,
time doing it, so appreciate it.
what we should do this week, I'm going to invest $200. You invest 200, and not about parlays. It's about money. We'll do a month. 1 month, or 50 or $10 or whatever it takes. Doesn't have to be, you know what I mean? 1 month. And then we have our ticks, and then we have money. I think that would be a nice graph to have, because sometimes picks doesn't relate to cash.
That's why in one of my most recent posts I showed that on my 4-week mark after leaving Noche and some of those fight nights that followed, we were up to like 25 units myself, just in like 4 weeks. So, and now we're across that point, and I'm up to 30 now. So I haven't had those super big breakthrough, but I'm still accruing like 2.5, 3 units an event where I'm getting upsets that fuck up my distance, like Joel Alvarez and some of these badass calls. So can't be too upset, but yeah, I'm definitely missing like another last event. If I would have had DeRitter win, I would have had a parlay cash out because I had him by finish at a pretty good prop too, and that was pretty solid hit. I had, thankfully, the thing that saved me there again, fight not to go to the 5th round, so him quitting on the stool saved my night and gave me my cash back.
Wow.
Otherwise, I would have been even. I would have been dead ass even. So the only profits I really took was that last fight. Did not go to the 5th round. But I'm excited for this one, Lethal. I think we're going to get a lot of finishes again, and I'll just end on that. There's a lot of big boys. You know how it works with a live crowd. Title implications. You got 2 5-minute fights. The women that are fighting are kind of gangsters. Yeah, I think we see a lot of finishes. I can't see it any other way unless the fucking His Majesty folks want to show up and grapple. They're the only ones I worry about wanting to sniff some crotch. Minus Almeida.
I'm hoping my toilet break fights aren't the good fights. I'm hoping the good fights aren't the toilet break fights. I'm hoping I don't even have to go for a toilet break. You know what I mean? I'm excited about this card. I hope it starts off with Gane with that submission. I hope it starts off right at the fucking beginning against
Mizuki, yeah.
Yeah, so I hope that happens, and I hope the night rides on for everyone. And everyone, thank you for joining in. Toad, it's been a pleasure, as always, man, my brother. And Dusty, sorry, brother, you're sick. You were meant to be on this week, but our PSA cards didn't turn up. So next week's a nice week to start showing off some of the cards we got graded back from PSA. Toad, you can see 6 months in the waiting. This is how I met Dusty, like I met you. Yep. I met you through fight. I met Dusty through cards. And we are good friends. He's had my $15,000 worth of fucking my best cards in his hands in the States while you guys are fucking shooting shit in each other. My cards have been a PSA and I've been stressed, but we finally got them back. And I got some good gradings and some beautiful hidden gems. Nice. I think I should. Yeah, I got some good gradings.
We'll show them on a future stream for sure. I just want to catch up on chat real quick too before we do a sign off. Wolfpack 7 Gunner opens up with a pretty nifty, quick little message. Says, "You guys didn't have much for viewers, but you got one now. Woohoo!" And he's cheering us on, having a good time. So appreciate him hanging out. Got Musab says Tom will win for sure. I agree, Musab. That was a very much a lock for me.
Thank you for the reviews, dude.
And then Clutch Attitude MMA. I like Aspinall on this one, but hear me out. I think Tom working on legs might not be the right game plan. I want Tom to attack early. I don't think you have to worry about that, Clutch. The thing with Tom is he uses his speed as a weapon. You're not really seeing Tom circle, off the back foot, work side to side. Tom is a forward pressure fighter, and that's why he averages 2 to 3 minutes of fight. We want to see all these things, all the tools in the shed, and we seriously cannot. Right? We seriously cannot even get to those waters. We can't even get to hardly the ground because he hurts people with his. He hurts people with his jab so much. So yeah, Clutch, do not worry. I like Tom. I like Tom by finish in the first 2 rounds. I mean, that's just who he is. And if like Lethal says, if Gane shows up and puts on a Sean Strickland versus Izzy performance, like Strickland did, I quit being MMA Toad on IG, and I quit doing this. So.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Yeah,
because do you know what? I would have said that day. Do you know what? I won money on Sean Strickland that day. But if there was a bet on Sean Strickland dominating Izzy for 5 rounds, like raping him, I lost that all day. I fucking never, ever in a million years, I expected Sean Strickland to knock him out with a fluke fucking right hook, like something stupid. I never thought a world kickboxing champion could lose to a guy that throws a jab, a right, and a steep kick. All right? I never thought that would happen. Ever. All I'm throwing out to you is never say never, brother. Do not put your credentials on the line.
I do.
Tom Aspinall will win.
Yep.
Will win.
But see, Tom, let me clarify that, because me trying to say that Gane winning as an upset isn't what my credentials are in the line. It's if Gane showed up and put on a masterclass over 25 minutes against Tom, where Tom had no answers, had 0 fight in him, looked defeated after round 1, never could get back in the fight. Strickland won all 5 fucking rounds. That's what I mean. So yeah, if Gane shows up in this fight, A goes to the judges and B goes, to Gane for all 5 rounds, yes, I fucking quit. Hands down. And I put my credentials on that because at some point I have to believe in what I say to the point where I'm almost willing to die on it. So all my car issues this week, all my bullshit this week, all these things already pending. I just need Tom Aspinall to show up and cash out my Diego Lopez parlay. Simple 2-legger. Diego and Tom Aspinall. And in addition, we're going to cook up everything else we just talked about tonight. Now, to wrap up with what Clutch is ending off with the stream, he says, my 3 legs is Almeida finish, Umar finish, and Tom by finish. I would swap your Almeida finish
No, don't swap your Almeida finish, brother.
I know.
Stick with fuck.
Why wouldn't you go fight by finish and respect Volkov?
Because Almeida's going to win. That's how confident he is too, brother.
I see it, but like you guys go watch back with Blades. Volkov isn't a blobby heavyweight. He also has good range, good wrestling, good jiu-jitsu. Like, it may not be put my head down and drive into this guy kind of fight like you think it could be. So just bet distance no and let it proceed.
We have another Almeida believer that he's going to finish this fight. So there's 2 of us in the entire world. 8 billion people. Bro. Thank you, my brother, for listening and jumping on fucking Lethal side. Everyone's on fucking Toad, because Toad is the man. But, hey, I've got Almeida. He's going to finish your boy.
Yeah, so again, Volkov went 15 minutes with Gane and arguably won. I don't give a fuck about your delusional judges. Then, he beat Sergey. The death touch. Minus Tom Aspinall, he had the death touch that everyone was scared of. Guess what? John Jones probably wouldn't have fought Sergey either. Just putting it out there. Just putting that out there. He would have probably ducked that fight too. At that time, before he started losing. So I'll end off saying Team Volkov. I'm impressed in all the areas, and he's definitely got a big size advantage. I'm not impressed with Almeida's setups. He goes charging across, he puts his head down, and Volkov is going to snipe him with some fucking elbows or some knees, and your boy's going the fuck to sleep. All right.
Volkov's going to sit there.
Let me read the rest of the message and some closing notes real quick, Lethal.
Put him on the fucking fence, put him on the ground, choke him out, and go, thank you, easy day at work. I love doing this with you, Toad, and this is one fight. If I don't see you all fucking fight day, if I log on and you're live, I'm going to log on and live, and you make sure we are live together on your channel, MMA Toad, everyone. Every Sunday, Toad goes live.
Saturday in the States. Live, Saturday in the States. You're in fucking Australia watching the
I'm 20 seconds ahead. I sometimes give a little bit of misinformation because I get excited and Toad gets angry and he cuts me off.
I've waited all week for this movie and you're spoiling 20 seconds ahead of me. Fuck off with that shit. And if I'm live betting, he's like, it's over! It's fucking over! And I'm like looking at my phone like, what do you mean? I just bet. Like, what happened? So, yes, we do get a little back and forth. But I'm going to catch up on chat real quick, Lethal. I appreciate you, dude. I have fun doing this. I want people to be heard. People who are coming through, I just want to say what's up. So, all right. So, nice parlay. You got plus 800. Yeah, that's not a bad parlay. The thing is, all these heavyweights, don't even think of it heavyweight by finish. Yeah, the blobs go to the judges, but dude, the killers, fight by finish. If you don't like the prop, what's that one look like? Because more times than not, I'm betting that shit too. I'm a big distance guy, and I've said it all stream. Many fights will not go to the judges. I call that more than any other fucking capper I hear, in the space. I don't really hear them talk about distance as much because they want to try these fucking moonshots that they're stemming all these like submissions and knockouts together. Congrats if you can do that. But I assure you, picking one of those fights that you have to respect 2 killers and how it could go the other way just as much, take that leg, convert it to distance no, and rock the rest of the parlay. Do it with your favorite parlay and show me it. And I will pick your leg and I will convert it to a distance no. And I will literally stand by my word. I'll even cash in on it with you if we like it enough. But I will pick where your fade is and tell you why, more times than not. So
can I say this, Toad? So before I met you, right? I used to watch like you. We watch all these people put the parlays on, and distance is cool and it's safe. I don't like being safe, brother. I'm a bit of a crazy cunt. I don't do distance. If someone tells me to pick something, I'm not sitting on the fence. I'm either picking it or I'm not picking it. So I love going the distance. Distance, it's cool. but it doesn't excite me when I watch the fight. It might excite my bank balance at the end, but I get my money on going straight in for the jugular,
Yeah.
picking the fight.
But I do that
picking the
more
method.
times than not outside of parlays. Those are the parlay busters, and that's why you got someone like Matty Betts, which he might hit a couple a year, but he's betting multiple every card every fucking week, and he misses them, and he's human, and he's you know, he spends full time doing this shit. My point is, if you're trying to parlay methods, it's such a bigger dice roll, where if you take some of these 4 or 5 leg parlays and you convert some of those methods to a distance instead, or at the very least a money line in some cases, if the prop's not even that crazy, you'd be amazed to see how many of those push through. But when you got 2 killers and you're betting just method, just know that's a huge coin flip. I don't know about you, but if I sit here and play heads and tails with myself, I'm not going to get 5 heads in a row. I might. It'd be cool. But eventually that tails hits about the 3rd or 4th one, and that's your parlay busting. So again, distance all day. I have had multiple cards where I'm watching the main event with an over 4.5 and an under 4.5 on a 7-8 leg slip going like this. I win. It doesn't fucking matter how this fight plays out. It's either going to the judges or finish. I'm sitting there cheering on what's making me the most money. And a lot of the times it's my prediction. So
I
just respect the distance. I don't get why people fight with it. It's not a pride thing. That's why we do our pick sheets. But to save and make more money more consistently, fuck all the distance. Or sorry, fuck all the methods. Like, throw some distance in there a little bit.
Distance is good. But like I said, there's 2 kind of
parlay
people
boosters.
In the world. One that want to fucking go in and own that house, and one that want to make the distance. And you know what? I don't fucking want to make the distance, brother. I want to own that house. I'm going to go in for the jugular every fight. And when I do lose, I will lose big. But what I will say to everyone, I won't lose by sitting on the fence. I will make my money. If when I do this, Toad, I have to be in. And I believe if I'm that good, going the distance is a 50-50. Picking the shit is what is going to make us legends, brother.
I'm gonna wrap up with, I agree with you, and I respect that you go for the long shot so bad. But here's my logic, and you got to remember, I work with like logic for a living. That's what I do.
You do.
So hear me out. You go from a method round prop, which is the maximized way of winning a fighter in betting. The method in round, right? Then you go into round combos. Then you just get to the method itself. Then when you get a killer in there, you go, oh fuck, I'm gonna go a submission and a knockout, because it's gonna happen either way. And a lot of the times these are the fights that are getting us excited, because who are they fighting to? Someone else who's typically a killer. And now all of a sudden you're sitting here looking at your bet that's already split by a double chance, going submission and knockout, and having it chopped back and back. You're just telling yourself what? You're not going to go that extra layer that takes your coin flip in your head and makes it actually more like a pie graph, 75-25. I'm looking at 2 killers over the course of 5 rounds, especially. I'm looking at that not as a 50-50. Like, you run this fight 5 times, 4 out of the 5 times at the very least, I'm convinced this will be a finish. Every one of these fighters is going to show up, and it can happen in a number of ways. And as this person gains the advantage and puts their opponent in that crazy position, they're also a danger there on the ground, elbows, ripping up their own triangles. Like, just respect distance. I don't get it, guys. Bear with me. And that's why I'm going to start doing a segment real quick. I'm going to call this, because I'm going to be making the graphic. I'm going to make a segment called Toe-to-So. I'm going to make a segment called Toe-to-So. And I've already been doing it since Noche in the weeks following. But I'm going to do a Toe-to-So. And it's going to be my lock of the week. It's like I fucking Toe-to-So. And it could be a distance, but it's like what I believe in. Super safe every week. Toe-to-So should hit.
I love it. Yeah. I love it.
But you know what? Actually, I take that back. Toe-to-So should be a fade. Like the flock of seagulls, like I used the example of. Like Diego Lopez was a toe-to-so.
Brother,
Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud, but I want to do. We're gonna do those
forget.
graphics. I want your shit and my shit, our picks, our bets, and post it.
But this is also for our viewers out there. This is what makes our fucking pod so great. I'm the dude that believes in something more sometimes. Like, I'm a dude that looks at the coin, looks at that. I'm a believer, okay? Now, even though most of my stats go down all these favorites, the reds, the greens, I do sit back and I'm a believer. And then, like, we'll go back to the Dern fight, $2.40 for Werner. Now, come on, that can't be a stupid bet. I've got green all over that. $4 for a finish, you know? So, and she's the long shot. I've got a green that is one of my lock-ins. If I was to do your show and you were to get me on and go, what? Werner's one of my lock-ins. I'm not saying Gane, but I'm just a believer in the impossible, and nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
And a stupid odds like that, a stupid $10 just for giggles, because do you know what makes it exciting when you bet on the actual finish? It's exciting. It's like, oh my God, he's nearly got it. He nearly got it. And then it doesn't happen. And then actually it doesn't happen. Nothing happens. And then you lose the bet. But it's just the rush. I'm an adrenaline junkie, brother. I just love that moment of, so, but sometimes it works out. But as in making money, look, everything that we talked about today is pretty on point. What we're talking about are stupid, improbable bets at the end of this podcast. Improbable, stupid. We're talking about fucking gifts. Ciryl Gane comes out and beats Tom Aspinall. As if.
He's playing FIFA soccer, dude. We already talked about this.
But what I would like to do is throw people another frame of mind and just say Ciryl Gane is very athletic. He is a tap dancer. He's not a fucking strong, slow guy. He's quick. Is he as quick as Aspinall? We're about to find out.
We already know. We already fucking know he's not.
I know. But we're about to fight. All I'm throwing is that my bets is always going to go down the road that we went to. But I think what makes this pod exciting is because sometimes you've just got to sit back and go, Jeonyeon Park, the Iron Turtle, is going to fucking beat Ikram. How's that sound? So that's my other stupid pick, right? Even though Ikram's on all of my fucking make money parlays, I have got a couple parlays that mix in Jeonyeon Park, Almeida together. I told you that, like, I'll put those two cunts together, and then I'll throw in a Mario and a Volkov together. And then if I'm really confident, I'll throw in a Jeonyeon Park, an Almeida, a Mario, and your Volkov, because he's the long shot.
Be crazy,
and
dude.
I'll put $10 on it, dude. And I'll just put, because it's fun to watch. I like to sit back and go, but I also look at my main parlays. They're the ones that interest me. I see all my stupid ones get red, but it's the big ones. It's the main ones, the ones that I fucking do this with you. They're the ones that I look at on the day and go, oh, fuck, I fucked that one up. Oh, that one's on fire. That one's on fire. You know, so I put every long shot on last week that I picked last week. Rydia lost me. So I picked 5 long shots last week. I put them on a parlay last week.
Rydia, all right, I'm gonna end the recording for the card just so viewership's not gonna skip it for being a 3-hour video, but we can chill out and talk afterwards, brother. Much love, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm not ending the stream. I'm just ending the recording. Thank you guys for watching our recap on, or not a recap, but our predictions on 321. Several bets, several props. Lethal and I are split on a few, but otherwise seem like we agree on most. So this will be a much better week for most picks. I don't know anyone who crushed it last week. That was just a tough card, but hopefully you didn't lose too much money. Lethal and I sound like we just made just a little bit over where we started, so it's not bad not losing still at least. So all right, thank you guys so much. Much love. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Peace out, guys. Thank you.
Sorry, I just wanted to get that uploaded and use my last bit of energy before I pass out and all that shit, so we can still chill.
I love your guts, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, honestly, I'm going to black out on Sunday. I'm going to let you know. So, but I'm pretty sure by that fight, I have to watch that fight with you. All right, we've got to watch the Volkov Almeida fight together. Only because we had such a disagreement on it.
Okay, that's fine. You just have to mute your microphone is all. We can talk. If it goes rounds, we can go rounds. That's fine. You gotta mute your microphone for me, or I can't do it, unfortunately.
The only fight that me and
you'll fucking ruin it for me.
Yeah. So we got to watch that fight together, and then we got to record it, and then you got to sit back and we can have a laugh about it, bro.
Yeah, I'd love that. That sounds good.
Okay. All right, mate. I love you. Good night.
Yep. Peace.
I'll see you in the morning. I'll talk to you in the morning.
Yep. Sounds good, man. We'll catch you. Peace. And I'm still gonna keep the stream rolling here and do some editing while I get this uploaded. But catching up on chat further before I sign off.
Hey, how do you go? How do you go? We got good feedback, bad feedback?
No, people are still hanging out in the stream, enjoying it. So I said I'm going to keep the stream going while I post the video because I'm not doing anything else and I have to be at my PC. So I'm just going to stream and chill. But
my room.
Yeah.
Without.
No, people are enjoying the stream. So cool.
So this is my room.
I'm gonna catch up on chat real quick, Lethal.
Yep.
All right. So No,
I'll see you on the flip side.
You can still hang out, Lethal. I just want to read chat. I'm not trying to kick you out, dog. I just want to read out loud so people are hearing the words they're saying to us, kind of shit. Feedback. All right, so I keep my parlays to 3 legs. So it's smart. Hedge with distance. By the way, the last big hit was the Noche card, Diego Lopez by finish, Alex Hernandez, and the finish by Luna, which is another great one. That was plus 5,100. That's fucking huge. Distance bets was cashing during the whole Contender Series. Yeah, I know. Contender Series, some of the best time to bet. Both in normally underdogs, but this season the favorites really did show up mostly. But by finish was heavy hammer, so that was nice. Says, yeah, basically just hedges a lot of fights with distance instead of methods. Says Toad has a point. And then said I would rather play Umar versus Mario below 2.5 rounds. Interesting. Almeida versus Volkov over 1.5. See, the issue with Umar and Mario, though, is they're just... I like them under 5 rounds, but under 3 is tough, because Mario and Umar are both very durable. So one of them would have to have a significant moment. Well, it's not really Mario doing that. He doesn't fight aggressively. He's very controlled and just standing control time. Umar does have a lot of threat in his fight game, but Mario might be physically wise able to withstand a lot of the grappling parts of it. And it would be up to Umar's striking, I think. So, yeah, I don't know. Under 2.5 rounds, I'd probably take that one over 1.5 because it would be like a second or third round finish. So if I took the bantamweights, I'd take them finish by second, third round, and put it past the first, going over. But yeah, we'll see. These are all picks that a lot of the world, including ourselves, are all going to be different on. As far as, Volkov, Almeida, and some of these are really 50-50 picks. So we're all going to be split on that.
This is why I love what we do, Toad, because it's not about right or wrong. We have a whole heap of people that tune into us. They listen, they watch, they laugh, they giggle, they give their opinion. We listen, right? We all have an opinion. All fucking something to say about something. No one's right, no one's wrong till the end of after the fights. Then we can start judging people. But up till now, there is no fucking wrong or right. Everyone has a right to say what they do. after the fights, when the fucking scorecards are done and we have money in the bank or no money in the bank, is when we can sit back and say, so this is why I love doing this pre-fucking fight shit, because it's all about what you guys think. We're here. Where you at? And some people are there, some people are here. I've got a few Almeidas on side here going. You've got a few Volkovs. So I love that shit. You know what I mean? That's what makes what we do cool. Fuck the money. Just having that interaction with the community and fucking having a talk and getting back and wow, why did you pick that? Well, because I think he's going to do this. Interesting. I never thought of that. Let's see whether it happens. You know, so I love what we do, man, and thank you guys for all fucking tuning into the chat. Toad, thank you, man, but I'm out. I've got fucking Barky Puppy going on in the corner there. I don't know whether he's eating my fucking gloves or my shoes right now, brother, but I've got to go and do something. But I love you guys, man. Toad, I'll catch up with you during the week, and if I don't see you, I will see you at Volkov and Almeida, motherfucker. We're in, me and you.
Yep.
We've got me and Toad. We're going to sort out our problems at the fight, watching the fight, and we're going to sit back and go, who was right and who was wrong for one particular fight. Only one, is that correct, Toad? One fight. We've got to sit back because I believe it's going my way. Yeah. 100%.
We can always watch more. It's just I have to mute you, unfortunately. I can't.
Okay.
Respectfully, of course.
I'll learn sign language.
Like I can't like wait an entire week and have all this money on a fight just to have you blurt out shit that's like happening but not happening out of excitement. It infuriates me.
Sometimes I get excited, but only one fight. But I will see you on Sunday, brother. But I'll talk to you before.
Yeah, we'll see you guys Saturday again. The fights start Eastern time, 10 a.m., 7 a.m. West Coast, and Lethal sounds like it's lunchtime for him. So make sure you guys know what time it starts for you. So,
look, check that out. Oh, Anyway, see you later, guys.
Your setup's sick, bro.
Love you, guys.
Yeah, much love. We'll see you. Peace.
Mate. Bye, buddy.
Yeah, peace. See if I can start up the stream from OBS here. I'm going to switch the camera view. Full webcam. Nope. I got to restart the stream. That's sad. Can I join voice and put my camera back on? I think I can. It's funny. Bug shit. Anyways, we'll hang out like this, I suppose. Yeah, you know, I always set out to try to do these streams with Lethal for like a fucking... set out for like an hour, but it's just... it will never happen with a two-person stream. Unless, like, you can both pull up the same graphics and like be very ahead of time and organized. But I have a good time shooting the shit, and obviously I appreciate you guys hanging out in the stream too, because we all just kind of get to open up more about each fight, talk about it from like past experiences. You'll hear Lethal talk about cards, bets, you know, all kinds of stuff too. So we have a good time doing it. If you guys want to join in on more of that, kind of bets, picks, and again, I'm going to start doing like a graphic, I think, and put Lethal's like favorite bets and picks, and obviously we'll just start tailing the ones that are making us the money, and also kind of just see what other people are cooking up in the community. I might take my cycle and swap one of my legs, like a different submission or knockout than what I have, and maybe run it twice, sprinkle on it for some fun. I'd love to do a community cycle or a community parlay. I think cycles are like fun long shots, but I wouldn't do a weekly bet that only cashes like a couple times a year. You know what I mean? I'd rather do like a community hammer. So we'll look into doing something like that for fun, but you guys can play it really safe with me with distance on this card. I think we're going to cash. I'll live stream on IG, and the same way I have it set up now, if you're on YouTube, Twitch, etc., using a software that I kind of have to see a little bit of every chat to use, so that's cool. But anyways, yeah, I like to call out live bet props in parlays. If a leg falls, I'll refire. If there's like other certain candidates that I'm very confident in. So we're up about almost 30 units in the last 6 weeks. So pretty good average. I wish I could do those numbers consistently, or else I'd do this full time. But for now, this is just for fun. Been doing this for about 7 years, but publicly the last like few. So when I found out I was going to UFC 300, I kind of went all in and said, all right, I've already been posting to social medias, and it's kind of been like more of a private social media thing. I'm going to go ahead and make a public account. Came up with Toad, met Lethal, like not quite a full year into it, but right around UFC Noche, around the corner of 300. And he had a nice card giveaway. I was one fight away from winning his entire Noche giveaway. And so we became friends and have had a good time sharing exchanges of picks. He's definitely very good about picking long shot fades with like underdogs that everyone writes off. Very more statistical in my research and things like that. Do a little bit of tape. Lethal sometimes bets emotionally, but he also, he's an OG. So if it's an older fighter, especially like all the unks coming back at the barbecue right now, more times than not, Lethal has them. So it's always good shit. Wrapping up on chat, and I'm going to cut this stream and get this video posted to YouTube. If you missed the beginning, go back to this upcoming video. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate it there. You'll find all the links to the other socials as well. Fucking get some water. I feel like a goddamn crocodile. Clutch in here says, I'd rather play Umar versus Mario below 2.5. Yep, we covered that one. Rakic needs to bounce back. He absolutely does. That's why I kind of went all in on him as terms of a pick. I think he knows it's all at jeopardy for this win. He absolutely needs it. Clutch says, take it easy. Lethal dies laughing. I like the stream, brother. All right, hey, appreciate that. Says, that's pretty good. Especially with the last card. Yeah. Now, last card, the picks weren't the best, but we did call distance now. Now, there were a lot of bets that were technically hitting. I just didn't have a lot of value on or anything at all. The hammer for me was the plus 1200 prop finish. Old girl, I said she'd win in the second or third round by a finish. Very good prop there. So plus 1200 to start the night. And then everyone was all in on the Russian, but I took fight to be a finish there as like my main bet. And then I had a finish prop with him with a submission knockout that fell. The other dude was a great bet by knockout, like plus 600-700, but didn't really do much with it. Just did the distance because I knew that was safe. So I really like these prelims. I think we're going to kick off to a bang, guys. I sincerely do. There's a lot of heavyweights. There's a lot of big guys here. Couple flyweights, couple bantamweights, but we're in for some bangers. So outside of having some big guys, you also got some fucking gangsters that want to go to war. So fight of the night, Rubeski and Klein. Count on it. If someone doesn't get knocked out, then somebody is going to be bloody. And by that, I mean both of them. It'll be an absolute fucking war. But yeah, appreciate you hanging out, Clutch. Other lurkers, other people hanging out. I see both kind of platforms kind of moving a bit. I could always throw up Tablet here and jump IG into the mix. That's probably a lot more active because I more actively use that social platform. It's a way to stay in touch. Friends, fighters, we got a community there. If you guys want to join into that, feel free to message me at MMA Toad. And I got the Mud Hut community. We got Neil Magny. We got Aaron Jeffrey. We got Jasmine Jazadivius. Unfortunately for her, last fight didn't go the way we were all hoping and cheering for her. But she'll be back on that horse. I know she will be. And, yeah, we just got a community full of fighters. and fans alike, collectors. Some people bet, some people just enjoy the fights. Some memes float around. It's a good time. So if you want to join in on that action, message me, and I'd be happy to invite you, and just let me know who you are from whichever platform I saw you on tonight. Big shout out to Clutch, most active member of the stream. Appreciate that. Shout out to my boy Lethal, clocking in the hours. And shout out to me. It's going into almost 2 a.m. and I'll eventually need some sleep for my job in the morning. So, oh yeah, my boss is picking me up because my car blew up. So working on getting a new car here soon. All right, guys.